Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
BoxingVoice.com.
Demetrius Productions.
I must be the greatest.
Let's get that done.
I've been here before and I know what it takes. Hard work, dedication. BoxingVoice.com. Mayweather is he's the best.
Win, lose, or draw, we coming to fight. Can't nobody take that away from us. We're coming to fight.
They do what they can, I do what I want.
When you look at how he throws that left hook, it starts out really low. We're going to see what kind of character he has.
And the lefts and rights by Maidana. And it's all Marcos Maidana here. A lot of those punches off his shoulder. I think anybody out there listening or key, anybody, think that that's a dangerous deal to make. I think it's a perfect deal to make.
BoxingVoice.com.
15 minutes. Can you be strong for 15 minutes? Can you? Listen, the concentration's leaving a little bit. Pick it up. Pick it up!
Some things about we got to deal with body shots. I don't think you want to be that close to that.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. It is Sunday's Crow Day, but if you ain't have an illegal link, you ain't get to watch Thulani Minge versus Formella, so probably no crow for you. But we're here to discuss a shitload of boxing, a lot of news and notes, a lot of big headlines activated. Right? Tyson Fury says his side of that deal is now, signed, sealed, and delivered. So that's something we're going to be discussing. We'll also be talking a little bit of Keith One-Time Thurman, a little bit of Errol Spence, a little bit of even maybe Terrence Crawford. Who knows? I mean, I guess we do know since Mike's here, right? But we're definitely going to be talking a lot of boxing today. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. I'm going to head on out to my co-host in Indiana, none other than Big Mike. What it do?
Demetrius Productions.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. And he stayed out before he said he was not.
A man stand up for what he believes in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, what's up, everybody out there in the TBV universe? Back with another one. Yeah, man, not a big weekend of boxing, but there was one guy that was out there that had a lot of buzz. It had a lot of buzz about him. I never seen him fight. I don't know if Ness ever seen him fight before he hopped on the hype train. If he didn't, shame on you, man. Shame on you. Do your homework. But we'll be talking about that. Devin Haney will be in
talking about. FYI, I got no clue what you're talking about.
All right, we'll get there. We'll get there, man. Hold on, we'll get there.
I mean, you brought me up. I didn't bring you up in my intro.
Can I get my goddamn
I didn't bring you up in my intro. You brought me up.
Some shit right here. I'm trying to get my intro off. Nigga can't get his intro off, man. I'm back. Nigga can't get the intro off. Fuck it, man. Start the show.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, you brought me up in your intro, so I figured you wanted a reaction out of me. But where do we start? What you got first on the docket? Oh, yes, Wilder, Fury. Or should I say Fury Wilder? Because now Fury says he signed his side of the deal. He officially announced that this fight is happening. And you know what? I guess we got to say that Fury holds the ball, right? Because he gave a date. Oh, Mike wants to laugh at me. Wilder just said, I'm fighting Luis Ortiz. I'm fighting Tyson Fury. I'm handling all my controversial fights. Peace. Drops Mike. Fury telling you, dog, I'm fighting Wilder February 22nd. It's going down.
How long ago did Wilder announce that he was fighting Fury? About a month ago?
With no date, no venue.
No date, no venue. Does Fury have a venue?
This different. So you gonna act like having a date ain't different?
It's a month later.
Do Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua got a date?
Can I speak?
All right, so don't act like this ain't no news.
It's a month later, which means that the negotiations and stuff has progressed to where Fury know what date he's fighting on. Wilder's not concerned about the date. He told y'all, I'm fighting on T's, I'm fighting Fury next year. That's what he said. Now we gonna want to give Fury all this hoopla and probably because we knew something that was already going to happen. We knew he was gonna fight Wilder again when he signed with ESPN. Bob Arum has been telling y'all over and over and over again. We want to do it after the Super Bowl and right before March Madness. That falls right into
Wilder still can't
that
announce a
area.
date. Stop trying to act like this ain't
Here we
big
go.
news. Stop trying to act like
I mean, I guess it's big news. You won't call it big news.
We knew because we knew they was going to do it between this and between that venue. We didn't have a date. My man announced the date. Give him some respect.
Bro, we knew the fucking.
Oh, you knew? You knew? You were selling tickets?
We all knew. Bob, if you listen to Bob Arum, he told you.
So we knew
he
it was
told
February.
You right after the Super Bowl, before March Madness start, and this falls right into that time frame.
Mike, come on, stop acting like that's a date right after the Super Bowl before March
Madness. We got February 22nd. All right, we got a date.
That's right.
Shout out Fury.
And I don't get why he gets to announce it. Why does he get to say the date?
Who cares?
I care. I'm asking you. Why does he get to say the date?
Because, which I tried to explain earlier, the negotiations and the stuff has progressed to where they have found out a date and when they were fighting. When Wilder signed his part, he probably didn't know what the date was. He probably just knew the percentage. So that's what I'm gonna go with. And Fury just said a month and a half later, found out more details, and he announced that maybe Wilder will come back and announce the venue. Who knows?
You know, I'm not happy about this news because most recently, World Boxing News did a 3-part interview with Deontay Wilder, and, you know, he said if Andy Ruiz was able to be successful in a rematch, that he would bypass Fury to go straight at Ruiz if the possibility was available. But by signing to fight Fury, you can't do that, right? So if the hypothetical rematch for Joshua and Ruiz happens in November or December, right? Did they say December? What was it? November 24th and December 14th?
Yeah, November. From November 16th to like December 14th, that time frame.
I thought it was like November 24th date and then December 14th date, but it doesn't matter. They gave 2 dates, November and December. So by Wilder sliding in the Ruiz fight, the Fury fight in February, he takes himself off the table for an instant undisputed match.
You are lunatic if you're going to think Andy going to fight Wilder right off a rematch with AJ. He's not going to go into another tough fight like that.
Bro,
he's going to get him a hometown fight with either California or Mexico, and he's going to celebrate.
Just remember that because you and I feel that Wilder would be favorited to win in the Ruiz fight does not mean that he doesn't have the same confidence that he has when he went into the Anthony Joshua fight. No one thought he could win that fight. And we didn't think it was right. We were just like, this is an opportunity. He needs it. He's been out the ring, yada, yada, yada. We weren't singing a he's going to win campaign, okay? So I'm not doubting him anymore. If my man says he wants Wilder, which he has, him and his father, then he wants Wilder.
I'm not saying that he doesn't want Wilder. All I'm saying is if you're coming off 2 back-to-back big tough fights, you're probably going to do a voluntary, if not have to defend one of those WBO mandatories. We already heard that the Usyk fight is going to be the mandatory for the fighter who wins that match. So there's
Casual Mike, what's the only thing that gets you around the mandatory?
But I know.
Well,
I understand
explain it to the people that are casual like you.
Unification.
And?
Undisputed.
And?
A step aside money.
Thank you. I knew this guy knew his stuff, guys.
I mean, I don't know if who knows? Because there's been talks about other people taking step aside money, so the Kovalev and Canelo fight could happen. So who knows? I'm not saying that he wouldn't, but I think Usyk probably sees the fight with Ruiz as maybe an easier fight for him than the fight with Wilder because just of the height difference.
And that's fine. When Usyk doesn't want to let Ruiz Wilder happen, then Ruiz Wilder puts in a petition for undisputed, which should supersede any mandatory. Or the WBO will be publicly shamed for not allowing the biggest fight in the heavyweight division in how many years is it that we haven't had an undisputed? Because not even Fury dethroning Vladimir was undisputed. Remember, the WBC had always been with Vitaly, and the brother had always held the other 4 titles. So we got years. I'm talking about years, if not years. Let me just go there. Stop there. Years since we had an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, let alone American undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. I don't know. What would Fox pay to finally say we got a Mexican-American and a American fighting for the world championship in the heavyweight division, all the titles? I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to put it next to the Super Bowl, but how much are those advertisements? Will they be able to sell some?
Depends on
or
how
is this
much
a pay-per-view fight only?
attention it draws. I mean,
is
it can be undisputed. It can be all that. We seen undisputed fights before not really sell out. So I mean, I'm not saying that it won't, but it should be a big fight. But who knows? Who knows, man?
I mean, this ain't no Ndongo. I mean, when you're talking about undisputed is not sell out, like who we talking about?
We had Shields and Dongo.
Oh my God! You're really gonna your argument is gonna be based off.
Can I keep going, bro?
Okay.
Did B Hop and Jermaine do great numbers?
Honestly, Mike, I can't even tell you. That's so many. I watched that fight, but like I wasn't.
What about Kelly?
I wasn't
Kelly
involved.
Pavlik?
Like I wasn't like I'm all in now.
What about Kelly Pavlik and Jermaine? Didn't Kelly
those
get
were
the
big fights,
undisputed
though.
title after he beat Jermaine?
I don't know if it was for undisputed because remember we're talking all the belts, but those were big fights though. Those are history fights.
I mean, shit. I heard about him just being a guy from Little Rock, Arkansas, knowing Jermaine was there. I mean, that's how we just heard. I didn't watch it, of course, but it's a big time boxer. Jermaine Taylor, he's undisputed champion now. Blah blah blah, and all that good shit. But yeah, man. I don't know, man. We'll see what the WBO decides. I mean, they already announced mandatory, so I don't know if they're gonna take a exception when it seems like they're already taking one.
Stop being casual, Mike. Because they announced doesn't mean that they mandated. They have to order the fight. And then they give these fighters in camps a certain amount of days to negotiate. Then after those failed negotiations.
After the fight, Andy Joshua get like 90 days to negotiate a fight with Usyk.
What do you mean after the rematch, you mean?
Yeah, after the fight.
Yeah. And then what happens after those 90 days if no agreement could be reached?
Or the purse bid.
Or they ask for an extension.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. Games could be played. And in the meantime, Wilder Ruiz ironing out the deals, then boom, the petition gets sent into the WBO. Look, we're going to have a huge unification. It's going to be on Showtime pay-per-view. It's going to be Fox pay-per-view. It's going to be free on Fox TV. Do you want to be a part of it, or do you want all the fucking headlines to read WBO stops the last possible heavyweight undisputed unification in the last 20 years because of their sheer greed?
Doesn't the WBO move up Fury to number 1, right?
Yeah,
and,
they jumped over
Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte number 2 now. He was kind of pissed off about that. Usyk is the so-called mandatory.
Well, normally I don't fuck with the WBO, but that's what happens when they see the Fury took 3 years off, 2 years doing coke, 1 year getting back, 2 tune-ups, and said, fuck that. I let my nuts hang. I'm fighting Wilder. While as this other dude, he's fighting Lucas Brown, fucking Robert Hellenius, Dave Allen, Derek Chisora twice? Twice? Did he fight him twice? Because Fury did too, so I guess it's okay in the UK. See how that rhymes? But, yeah, man, I mean, look. Fury Wilder, February 22nd. Where does it happen?
Vegas, man. It's going to Vegas, man. It's a Vegas fight. Bob Arum always does good business in Vegas. Bob Arum and Al Hamming do good business in Vegas. I don't know if it's a Barclays fight because I just think it's a
They
bigger.
need to, man. That Vegas shit, come on, man. Kill all that
Bruh,
bullshit.
it just you can get more money in Vegas because of all the tourism that fight is going to provide. New York City, man, it's nice, it's big. You know what I'm saying? The city that never sleeps, but nigga, it costs money just to get on the island, my nigga. God damn, I gotta pay y'all to drive on the island. Then I gotta pay y'all again for parking. Then I gotta wait in traffic. Then I gotta walk to the motherfucking Barclays because I don't want to wait in traffic. Come on, bro, that's too much shit.
I mean, and what about for fucking Vegas? I got to pay $450
Nigga, I can
minimum.
smoke when I walk down the strip in Vegas.
Okay, and if you fuck with TBV, you can smoke anywhere. You can smoke. You gonna smoke fire,
I'm not trying to,
and you gonna smoke
I'm trying to do my shit
anywhere.
legally now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a law-abiding citizen now. You know?
Man, I hear all that. It don't matter, bro. All I'm saying is, Vegas is costly, bro. Vegas is costly, man. I mean, minimum $1,000 package.
If you get an Airbnb though, bro, it's not that costly.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Man, Airbnb is just as expensive, if not more expensive, than a hotel. The only difference, let me explain. The only difference is a Airbnb is giving you a lot more. But think about it. Per day, a B&B is anywhere from like 100 to 200.
I was thinking about shit, nigga. The MGM Park and the MGM Grand, nigga. That shit was, I thought that shit was like $200-300 a day, right?
Yeah, bro. But you talking about real. I mean, you could go to Hooters for $100 a night, and it's across the street from. I'm keeping it real. Across the street from MGM. I stood at the Hooters before. $100 a night. You across from the MGM. All you gotta do is cross the street. You in the party.
They give you free food
at Hooters?
Yeah.
No, but they got cheap ass wings downstairs. That's
okay.
good.
Yeah,
you know.
I fucked them wings up,
and they got a bookie down there. You could bet right there. They got the wings there. They got a casino in the Hooters. They got the pool. And you know, I'm TBV, so I was like, yo, this is where I'm at, and the party was there. You know what I'm saying? That's simple. Abe from El Camino came through. Canadian Jose came through. Fuck, who else was? It was mad people there, and like we just had a fucking party out there all night, bruh. All night. I don't drink, but I got drunk.
And that's why fights like this should be in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Just for that kind of experience, that kind of.
Because we could do that shit in New York. In New York, it's like, man.
If everywhere in New York is gonna be cold, my nigga.
Bruh, if you cold, I'm gonna get 2 bad Dominicans to shake their ass all on you, bruh. We gonna go to Sin City, February. You gonna take your little goose down off, and they just gonna be like twerking on you. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be in the club. Like, it's plenty of spots, lounges, hookah lounges. You know, we could go to sports bars, mad shit. Like, what you talking about? Vegas, you gotta be walking the strip getting stepped on. Come on, and you acting like, oh, it's chill to smoke. No, you know you get ran down on left and right for smoking in public. You out here selling
bikes,
dreams.
though, man. Them bike niggas don't count.
Bikes with handcuffs and motherfucking radios to call they big brother cops. You better go ahead. I ain't going to jail for nobody. I'm just saying.
Oh, hell no. But yeah, I that's my opinion. But Vegas, I don't like LA. Maybe you do it in Dallas, Texas. I mean, I like Dallas. I'm a big fan of Dallas.
Hey, Dallas. I like those type of places, man. You know what I mean? Nice low flights.
Yes.
Good
B&B
ribs.
nice.
Good southern food. You know what I'm saying? Nice weather.
Yeah.
Like Vegas is extra hot for no reason. Like, we're talking about 108 degrees. Well, February is gonna be way cooler. So I guess
gonna be cooler in February.
I guess it's all right. Look, I ain't gonna front. It's a big fight. I'm just tired of the normal. I really am. Like, I thought it was going to be AJ to give us that international fight. And now, you know, that ship, you know, is at least docked for a little while.
Yeah. That AJ, if AJ wins that title back, he's going to probably get a exception from the WBO, take like a little voluntary fight, then fight Usyk, and then take the rest of the year off and come back in 2021 to try to get us undisputed on again.
It'd be funny to see if he won the rematch. Does he go straight into Usyk or drop the belt?
He might drop the belt.
Or pay step aside.
If he can't get an exception. I mean, Usyk, I don't know, man. Usyk, he a good boxer, but
bro, Usyk the type of dude you just gotta walk his little ass down.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And he ain't never fought no big heavyweight either.
He ain't punching hard enough to bang up here with the big boys. He up here trying to get a
decision,
a Tyson Fury decision. Tyson Fury 6'9", a whole different story, man.
Yeah, I mean he like 6'3" and shit, ain't got no power. Knocked out Bellew, but who's Bellew? I mean, please.
Yo, but to wrap it up, Fury announced that he has signed for his side of the Wilder rematch on February 22nd.
Big news right there, Fury. Thank you for telling me something that I already knew.
So moving on, he's a hater. So moving on, Keith Thurman says every welterweight in the division wanted Manny Pacquiao fight. Every welterweight in the division wanted that Manny Pacquiao fight. Plus, Manny Pacquiao basically telling y'all Keith gonna stop him. That's Keith's quote. Plus, Errol says he dislikes Keith Thurman more than he dislikes Sean Porter.
Called him corny. Cornball.
Called him corny. Plus, part 1 and part 2 of Thurman Pacquiao on Fox. Your thoughts, production, storyline, everything. Mike.
What up?
I mean, I just opened up the topic for you. Like I just said, plus, I gave you like 3 different places to start from.
Thurman, bro, look here, man. Thurman, we all know that you didn't get the fight because you wanted the motherfucker. You got the fight because Pacquiao chose you, and of course everybody in the welterweight division would want that Pacquiao fight. Pacquiao and Spence would have been a big fight. Pacquiao and Porter, not so big, but Porter would have definitely took it. Danny Garcia and Pacquiao, damn right, big fight. Mikey Garcia, Pacquiao, big fight, but Mikey's coming off a loss, so I don't think Pacquiao wanted to go down that right. But he picked you for a reason. He probably seen you as the guy coming off a 2-year layoff, one fight back, and maybe the most vulnerable.
But why is your energy like this? Why you got this aggressive energy with Keith right now? Like, why you ain't telling the public that all Keith was doing was responding to his critics? Basically, critics saying he fighting a 40-year-old Pacquiao, and he's like, bruh, don't criticize me when everybody wanted this fight. And
I'm not criticizing him. I'm explaining why he got the fight.
I'm not saying you're particularly criticizing. I'm saying your energy is definitely aggressive. All I'm saying is let the world know why he's saying these things. He's coming out defending himself.
Am I got to meet Keith Thurman publicist or something like that? Am I Keith Thurman manager?
You ain't got to be, but I mean, it's the topic.
Like that? I'm supposed to get his word.
Don't we got to get the facts to the people? It's the topic.
I'm giving the people facts. I'm not giving the people. My energy not like fact level or something like that. My energy to come up to fact level.
Well, I'm just saying, I think the people should have known that, Keith ain't just out here talking, and instead he's saying like,
I thought you told him when you started.
Don't criticize me for fighting Pacquiao when y'all all wanted the Pacquiao fight. Now y'all want to criticize me for fighting him. That's what is going on. Other welterweights out here like, oh, he fighting Pacquiao.
Who criticizing him?
You wanted that fight, though. Y'all wanted
Who criticizing him, though?
Come on, man. Who criticizing him?
Who? Name somebody that you heard in the media criticize Keith Thurman for fighting Pacquiao.
I don't know. You didn't read the article?
I'm asking you, Ness.
I mean, look, man. I could only say so much, man. I could only say so much,
All I heard every other welterweight say was, yes, I would take the Pacquiao fight. All of them said it. And Keith is right. Everybody did want it. But they're not like out here bashing Keith for fighting Pacquiao. Nobody's doing that.
I mean, it sounds like that. Everybody's like, oh, he's ducking. And it's like, bruh, how I'm ducking, I'm fighting a legend. Meanwhile, y'all want to say, oh, he's ducking because they don't want it. Like, those that are calling him a duck are saying he ain't fighting a legend. They saying he fighting an old Pacquiao, a washed Pacquiao, 40-year-old Pacquiao. Meanwhile, everybody, Errol included, Errol was in the ring happy as hell. Like, I'll take the Pacquiao fight next. Everybody wanted it. But now all of a sudden, Keith get granted that Willy Wonka ticket. Oh, he a duck. Duck time. Who
called him a duck, man? He unifying.
Come on.
He unified his titles, man. He
becoming
undisputed WBA champion.
The only one in that division to ever unify. You're right.
Shout out to Keith Thurman, man. New young welterweights. I don't think people are out here actively insulting or downgrading Keith Thurman fight with Pacquiao. I'm actually looking forward to the fight. I've been seeing Pacquiao in these little Ellie videos, man. He out there getting his thing going. I've been seeing Keith on IG and like little YouTube videos. He getting his thing going. So I'm happy for the July 20th, man. July 20th cannot come fast enough. You got some good fights on that fucking day. I'm telling you. I can't wait.
I just want to mention that, like you said, we got good fights on that date. The undercard, which is going to be free. Yeah, but it's like being like the Mike Lee fight, they pushing it, but it ain't getting the buzz, right?
It's gonna get it because it's gonna be on Fox. And once people see Caleb Plant, they gonna remember who he was from that fight with Uskatagi. I'm telling you, people gonna remember Caleb Plant. He did good numbers that fight. I think like 1.2 or 1.3.
Okay. So what's up with this Keith? You know, I
Earl,
dislike
man. Earl,
Keith.
man.
I dislike Keith more than I dislike Porter. Like, honestly though, like, I'm gonna ask Keith, yo, what you think Earl got against you? But since he ain't here, like, honestly though,
I got the quotes. You know what I'm saying?
what you think? Why you think Earl mad?
I got the quotes. You know what I'm saying? He said, I think he's kind of making stuff up. Spence said, I don't know where he got that from. I hate his guts and things like that.
Yeah,
Spence had harsh words for Keith Thurman, the other welterweight champion affiliated with PBC. I mean, I dislike Keith Thurman more than I dislike Porter. I really don't, care anything about Sean Porter or what he has going on or anything like that. So I don't know where he got that from, that I'm jealous of him. When I fought on pay-per-view, he hasn't even fought on pay-per-view yet. So, I mean, I don't know. And he says he's been a guy I've been wanting to fight for a long time. Even when I was like 14-0, I wanted to fight him. And plus, I just think he's a corny overall. He's just a corny individual. You know what I'm saying? He keeps just corny,
How's he corny? Because he unified? Is he corny?
He still don't mention my name, really. He keeps saying that we're going to fight late 2020. Man, get out of here.
Because he the A-side.
He the A-side.
Oh, Keith not?
Has Keith done a pay-per-view of you yet? Has he done one yet?
He about to do the biggest one in the welterweight division.
Oh, Earl not riding nobody coattail to fucking do a pay-per-view. He did one with somebody who ain't never done one either. And they did good numbers. Keith Thurman got to go out here and get Manny Pacquiao.
Hey, listen.
Man, he got to dust off Manny Pacquiao.
I applaud that experiment. But we going to go with something proven, a legend. We going to be the legend killer. You heard? We ain't gonna be the little boy killer. We like being the legend killer, not the little boy killer.
Manny and Keith don't
not
do
the
better.
Little boy killer.
Don't do better.
Just like your mans. Let's go jump right into your man since we in the welterweight division. Let's keep the energy. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm hearing rumors about your man. I'm hearing rumors about your man trying to go straight into leftovers.
Who you talking about?
I swear to God, straight into some leftovers.
What you talking about, man?
How many mans you got, champ?
Hey, Deontay Wilder, what's up, baby? You know what I'm saying? What up, Big Dog? What up, Anthony Yard?
Well, we
what
all
up, Jamal
know.
Carlo? What up, Brandon Adams? You know what I'm saying? What up, Christian Bank Jr.? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all right. Well, I said welterweight division, so I mean,
okay, welterweight.
You stalling because you know what it is.
My shit, the one true king, right?
Who? Keith one-time Thurman?
I ain't say, you know what I'm saying, the guy who was like hospitalized for like 2 years. I'm saying the one true king.
The guy that unified the division.
Who?
Out of all the young welterweights.
Who's unified right now?
Out of all the young welterweights?
So we gonna live in the past.
Oh, no. We gonna live in our accolades.
We gonna live in the past, nigga.
We gonna live in
Obama.
our accolades because our accolades give us.
I miss Michael Jordan.
Listen, our accolades tell our purse. So we gonna live with our accolades.
Accolades. It's a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah, that's how you get paid.
I didn't know once you became undisputed one time, then that title stays with you forever.
That's how you get paid.
Okay.
That's how you get paid. Just like Danny posted a picture, since we're talking welterweight, Danny posted a picture on Instagram. I think it was 4th of July, right? Or 2 days ago, something like that. And what he said, y'all must have forgot. And he posted all his belts. Because them accolades count.
They got your boy plus 200.
Who that?
Keith Thurman plus 200.
Exactly. I seen y'all arguing in the chat.
You better get your money, Ness.
Everybody in the chat arguing like, yo, you put your money down, Ness. Nah, I ain't stupid. I'm waiting till all the Filipinos come in. Join me on Patreon. We gonna let Keith be real dumb high and be an underdog like we know he not. We gonna get all that Filipino bread. We gonna let them change the line. Join me on Patreon. As I show you how to do this, son. I'm going to check Keith out. I'll be there mañana. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be drinking coffee. I'm going to be in the gym. Like, what's up? Smelling the gym. Like, yeah. Checking the elbow up close. I might even get in the ring with Thurman. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
I was packing the gloves, and I was like 16s or 20s. I was like 20s because, you know, this is a big pay-per-view. I don't want to be imagine I was the reason the fight get called off. So I'm like 20s. I'm going to go 20s. Ounce gloves, you know. But then I was like, you know what? They might not even let me get in there.
Nah,
it's too big of a fight.
2 weeks away. Nah.
Yeah, too big of a fight. Too big of a fight. You don't take them type of opportunities like that. But, you know, if you want to ask Keith a question, you can definitely ask him a question. Just head on over to patreon.com and click on that Ask Keith Thurman a question. And,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just saying, I think it's a lot of hate because, yo, look, I'm just keeping it real.
The right word.
When you dislike someone that you never met,
what you mean? The nigga, they was at the fucking show together.
Bruh, you never met him like that. Like, come on, man. That shit.
Errol and Keith, bro. How you know Errol and Keith ain't met before?
Listen.
Here we go.
Oh, man.
He know everything about fucking Keith and Errol
Keith just said, bruh, that the only thing different about this fight is that, like, he getting to see Pacquiao in person. Come on, man. Like, meeting Errol in passing is different from, like, the relationship Errol and Marcus Brown got because they was in the Olympics together. You feel me?
Man, they could have had dinner together.
I hear you, man. I hear you. I bet you when I asked Keith that question, who you know better, Demetrius Andrade, which was in his Olympic class.
You probably know Andre better.
All right, then. Well, that's my fucking point. That's my fucking point, bruh.
But that don't mean that he don't know motherfucking Errol, though.
Man, all right, bro. Whatever, man. You just in defense mode. I see you.
Because you know somebody better doesn't necessarily mean you don't know me or Errol. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Bro, he don't know.
You got best friends. You got all right friends. Then you got like this.
Bro, he don't know Keith. Anybody calling Keith corny, obviously corny them fucking selves.
I mean, N.O. said nigga play the flute.
And he said, ask him why he played the flute. And N.O. was in the band with Keith. He said he was a fucking, what he said he was? The piano or some
drums
shit?
Something going on.
All right, well, he was there. So what, one band member's cornier than the other?
Nigga ain't playing no flute, dog.
So one band member's cornier than the other then?
Yeah. Absolutely. Shit. Ain't no nigga that play the motherfucking thing like,
yo, champ.
Them niggas corny as hell, too. But anyway,
you just hating.
He mad. He mad he out here playing the flute.
No, I'm not. He's showing y'all he versatile. He playing the flute. He playing the flute. He married to a Nepalese woman. You know, he's motherfucking. He bet on himself at 15. You ain't watched part 1 or part 2. That's why I asked you. This was all part of this particular topic. Did you watch part 1? Of the, you know, I guess Fox All Access for Thurman Pack?
No, man. I've been doing daddy shit, man.
Okay. Well, they had a part 1 and part 2, and yeah, man. Damn, that
had a
sucks.
tough upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Turned the boxing to get his head out of that shit.
Nah. He just bet on himself, champ. At 15, my man just dropped out. Like, yo, I'm doing this.
Hey, man.
It's crazy.
Some people got different paths, but dog, you gotta believe in yourself.
Yo, for real. That's what he said. He said, yo, they even did an article on him because it was so strange. So he was reading the article. It's still posted on the gym and shit. And, you know, he's just like, bro, imagine if I wouldn't have because people told me I was crazy or that, you know, I couldn't put all my eggs in one basket. He said his principal, his guidance counselor was like, yo, you shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. He was like, you don't know how big my basket is. That's my chant. That's my chant. The people's chant. Came on here on the show. You know what I'm saying? Still as a champ. Came on the show. We still waiting on Crawford, though. We still waiting on Crawford.
Shout out, Bud.
Super chat from Anthony Edwards. Don't come at the flute. I played it, too. Shout out Anthony Edwards. Only other person in Border Wars to get knocked down.
Call it with your flute, Ant. Play it for us online. Play it for a big dog.
Only other person to get knocked downs in Border Wars is Anthony Edwards. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the flutes. Shout out to all my tenors too, man. You ain't got to be no bass. Shout out to my tenors, man. Sopranos, you know what I'm saying? We in the front. Yo, you think Genuine was a deep voice or he was a soprano?
He was a background dancer.
Nah, Genuine had that soprano voice. You know what I'm saying? We in the front, man. You know what I'm saying? We in the front, man. Like. Flute, like a drummer, he might get a solo. He might. He might. But the flute, they gonna give him the solo. You know what I'm saying? It's too many drums. Drums gonna get faded out.
Yeah, the piano probably get the solo.
Piano.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't never seen a piano in a marching band, but fuck it.
I was like thinking of like a stage, you know.
Oh, now we going to stages.
I mean, band's a band, big dog. You ain't got to march with the motherfuckers.
I mean, damn,
you ain't got to march with a band, do you?
Yo, look, man.
Look,
it's
all
a lot
bands
of Keith
march?
Thurman hate, man.
Let me know.
A lot of Keith Thurman hate.
Do all bands march?
A lot of Keith Thurman hate, bro. A lot of Keith Thurman hate.
Move on to the goddamn next subject, man. Big old Keith Thurman, man. July 20th, man.
Yeah,
Pacquiao.
man. Listen,
Thurman,
for anybody calling in,
pay-per-view.
man, if you calling in, I want your opinion of part 1, part 2, Thurman Pacquiao. Just comparison, to 24/7, All Access, NBC, whatever they used to do. I think it was 360. Just to see what you think. Even DAZN does their own now. What they got with LeBron and shit, what they got going on over
30
there?
days or something like that.
Yeah, some shit. They got some shit going on. Now Mark Wahlberg.
I want to know how many people actually watched it, because I ain't even see the shit. It ain't come on my radar.
What? The 30 days shit? Nah,
Yeah.
you had to go watch this shit, man. You can't, it wasn't going to come on your radio. You had to go there.
Oh, yeah. Me probably nobody went there.
Yeah, I mean, Demetrius Andrade, moving on. My man Andre says, what he says? He says he still wants the Billy Joe fight.
We all knew that, though. I mean, he's been saying he'll move up to 168 to fight Billy Joe just to get that fight. You know what I'm saying? So,
Billy Joe says he still wants that Kazakhstanian fight with your man's in Gennady Gennadovich Golovkin.
You gotta do something, Triple G. I mean, who you gonna fight next? Who is the zone gonna let you fight next for 14.5 million?
But check it out. Check it out. First of all, the zone's already fucked with Billy, so they might be like, we don't want to fuck with him again because he tested positive. Or they might be like, fuck it, we do want to fuck with him. And public was responding to it. Second thing is, for Andrade and Gennady, this is a perfect thing. This is a beautiful thing. Why? Because you follow in the steps of the leader, the true pound-for-pound king, the true champ in that division, Canelo Alvarez. And what did he do? He already moved up to 68. So what you guys could do, you can partially move up to 68 because it's like your 68-pounder would be Billy Joe. Essentially, he's not really a 68, but he is a 68 because everybody will consider him better than the 168-pound version of Rocky Fielding that Canelo beat up. So both of you guys could have a stake to claim and say, I moved up to 68 and was a 2-time champion. Demetrius' quotes are, I'm only moving up for that fight. Like, I only want Canelo, I only want Gennady, but I could talk to Eddie and see could we make this Billy Joe fight. Since I'm the WBO, he's the WBO, I could move straight up and challenge that as due to the rules. So that's what it is.
I thought you gotta be like the super WBO champion or some shit like that to get that status.
Come on, man. Don't get them motherfuckers ideas. There's only one
WBO.
They
said, bro. You're the super WBO champion. Like, you gotta be unified or have so many title defenses or like something like that to just
really.
I'm telling you, bro. It's some little.
Hey, look, I can respect that. I can respect having a certain amount of title defenses, but you can't ask me to unify with other divisions that you don't even other sanctioning bodies that you don't even respect.
Who say they don't respect the other sanctioning bodies?
What? Each sanctioning body is like fighting over your neck once the fight is over to try and throw their belt over you. Like, come on, man. They all want to be first. They all want to be the one that you represent. Why do you think Canelo is the franchise champ? It's like, we don't want you.
Yeah, man, you gotta quit calling Canelo pound for pound champ too, bro. I've been thinking about that.
Man. You look.
I've been thinking about that, man.
There's no other way. There's no other way to come up with pound for pound
with questionable.
There's no other way to be pound for pound other than who you fight. There's no other way to be pound for pound other than who you fight.
When you look at Floyd, it's maybe one fight that people question, and he came back.
Floyd had a questionable resume too. First of all, Floyd had a questionable resume too.
I know.
Floyd never fought Costa Zoo. Floyd never fought Margarito. Floyd never fought Paul Williams. Floyd motherfucking had a controversial fight with Castillo.
Came back and whipped his ass.
Yeah. So they should have got a third one. It was 1-1.
He won 2 in a row.
1-1. He ain't win 2 in a row. The first one, people they gave him a loss. You know what I'm saying?
It's a win on his record.
No doubt.
The same shit we going through with Canelo right now.
No, we not. A draw and a loss, two different things. You see?
Oh, man.
A draw and a loss, two different things.
There is people out there right now.
Talk to Wilder. Draw and a loss, two different things.
There are people out there right now that think Laura beat Canelo. There are people out there right now that thought Triple G beat Canelo the first time. That's all I'm saying.
I
Same thing, Floyd. Same thing you bring up about Floyd, you gotta bring up about Canelo. When you look at guys like I can't even say Keith Thurman because there are people out there that think Porter won that first fight. I'm one of them. When you look at Crawford,
that just shows you crazy.
Look at Crawford. Nigga ain't got a questionable loss on his record yet. He ain't got no loss.
He also ain't got a 50-50 fight yet. He also ain't got
questionable wins or nothing, down.
Hey,
undisputed.
Hey, Mike, answer this question. What was his 50-50 fight?
I don't know, man. When you that good, nigga, ain't too many fights gonna be 50-50.
Exactly, champion.
When you that good, ain't too many fights gonna be 50-50.
No, when you don't fight the good people,
when you that, bro, he been at welterweight for 3 fights, bro. He's actively trying to fight these guys.
Hey, Mike, why you only talking about welterweight? I said, what's his 50-50 fight? Where he had it at?
Okay. I'm gonna give you one.
He never been matched 50-50.
I'm gonna give you one. Going into that fight with a bit of Postal, people had it 50-50.
Man, stop, Mike. Come on.
I'm lying.
You going look?
I'm lying.
Look, you gonna make people think that you don't know about boxing.
Let me know. I'm lying or not.
No, you lying.
HBO won't run with that narrative.
Man, get the fuck out of here,
okay,
bro.
exactly. Go back and watch the fucking broadcast, nigga.
No, bro.
I watched the fucking broadcast. Man. I watched motherfucking what's the dude's name? Jim Lampley inside HBO. But what other fuck is called? His debut show came on, and he was on there saying that this fight, and actually, he had Postal ranked above Crawford. So, nigga, there you go.
All right, Mike. Whatever you say, bro. I mean, you know, people just seeing it with their own eyes that your diehard love for Crawford causes you to say these types of things.
All right, man. You know, I don't know how we even got on Crawford.
I could sit here and say that, what was that guy that used to have on #1 on HBO's Pound for Pound? Oh, Chocolatito.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I can go off of that narrative based off your logic saying, oh, HBO had him ranked. Bro, we know that they are whack. Like, we know that. Like,
how we know HBO whack, man? People miss HBO right now.
We openly have shows and discussions about their top ranked diet. Like that's what they do. They're a network with an agenda, no different than ESPN's agenda with Tyson Fury versus Schwartz. You knew what that agenda was, to upplay the A side. Same
all
thing.
All networks have agenda though, bro. They gotta push ratings.
So for you to believe them, to use them as your, guide of truth is sad.
I mean, at the time, that's all I knew. I was casual.
Exactly, but now you're not. So again, to regurgitate the things that you know were propaganda.
Exactly,
propaganda. Exactly, the propaganda of Jim Lampley in hopes of selling his network.
It seems like a lot of boxing is propaganda.
Well, no, Jim Lampley is propaganda. Check the fine print. Executive producer on numerous HBO shows for the boxing department. So yes, he has an agenda. When he tells you Freddie Roach is a great coach, it's because he's the one directing and producing Freddie Roach's show on HBO. So he's getting those checks. Again, propaganda, agenda, but Mike is just a casual.
So you think Freddie Roach not a
I don't think anything. I'm still waiting for you to give us a 50-50 fight. And the saddest part is that that's the saddest part is that we're wasting 15 minutes debating whether or not Postal is a 50-50 fight. If you were a good fighter, you would say, fuck it, you don't like Postal Ness? Well, how about Danny? Because when Danny faced Thurman, that was 50-50. Or how about Porter? When Thurman first faced Porter, that was 50-50. Or how about Pacquiao? He's the underdog. But your man ain't got no resume to speak of. But we can move on to the next topic.
For 3 fights. All those fights with Thurman
no. I'm talking about
trying to fight those
his
guys.
Career,
Bob Arum trying to fight those guys.
Career,
so for you to say that he's not trying to fight these guys is propaganda that you're spewing out.
I gave you a chance to talk about his career. I didn't limit you to 47. You're limiting yourself.
Sean Porter, questionable.
You're limiting yourself.
Questionable victory. Very, very questionable. I thought Sean Porter won. Danny Garcia. There's people out there that think Danny won.
Mike, you're still trying to listen to me. Just hear me out. You're still trying to ridicule Keith's resume for fighting 50-50s. You're not telling me. Just listen to me. You're not telling me who Crawford fought that was 50-50. Any division champ. Stop talking about Keith
I gave you
and who
one,
he
bro.
fought. We
I
know who
gave
he
you one.
fought.
You don't like Victor Postma?
No. Okay, who
Okay,
else?
cool.
Who else? Who else?
Let me see who else.
Because Wilder fought Ortiz, 50-50 fight. Fury, 50-50 fight. Damn, your champ only got one? Victor Postal, a European? That's all you got?
I mean,
that's
Jeff
all
Horn,
you got? I told you
put
I
Jeff
was
Horn in
going
there.
to Bobby Souffle your
Jeff Horn in
fucking
there.
ass.
I mean,
I
what?
told you I was going to Bobby Souffle your
How
fucking
you
ass.
Bobby Souffle me, bro? Because he is trying to
every
fight.
other real
He's been at
champion,
the
listen to
fucking
me.
With
Listen to
Division
me.
One
Listen to me.
for 3 fights. No, bro. I've been
Again,
listening.
you
nigga.
keep
listen
saying
up, dog.
welterweight.
He's been
You
at the
keep saying
welterweight division for
welterweight.
3 fights.
Why you only
3
talking about
fights.
welterweight?
Keith
Crawford got
Thurman
a
been there for
whole
33
resume.
fights. Keith Thurman has been at the welterweight division for 25 plus
exposed.
fights and only has one 50-50. I mean, we'll have 2 50-50 fights. That's horrible. He's been at that division for 28, 29 fights. He only has 2 50-50 fights at 147, and that's where he campaigned his whole career. Come on, bro. That don't look good. Errol been there, nigga, way shorter time, and got well, I don't think Mikey was, but Kell was a 50-50 fight, so he only has 1 less than Thurman. Big ups. Now he's gonna have 2, right? Sean Porter, is that 50-50 or is that more towards Errol Spence? I think it's more towards Errol Spence, but it's a Keith Thurman coming opponent. So Errol Spence with 24 fights has 2 or 3 50-50 fights, and Keith Thurman his whole career at 147 only has 2. Big ups, Keith Thurman.
So that was a case of deflection, ladies and gentlemen. Again, his argument, he chose to discuss Thurman's 50-50 fights and try to belittle them instead of giving us Crawford's. And then, again, he keeps putting himself in this 47.
I just gave you Horn, somebody who beat Pacquiao.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you wasn't done. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Horn, somebody beat Pacquiao who Thurman is fighting. They go to, well, it would have been 50-50 because we all knew Crawford is a way better fighter than Horn was, but Horn made Pacquiao look like he wasn't that good of a fighter. But Keith Thurman's taking Pacquiao now, so I guess it's a 50-50 fight for Thurman.
So I just want to be clear with what I heard. I'm not talking to you. I'm just repeating what you said out loud so that I can make sure it sank in. You're saying that Crawford versus Horn was 50-50 in the eyes of the people.
Nope. I said it's probably more towards Crawford. But Horn beat Pacquiao, who Keith Thurman is fighting now, who Crawford made Horn look like shit. So that just gives you a barometer. And Keith Thurman was on record last week saying that Jeff Horn beat the brakes off Pacquiao. I love it. Nigga, let's go.
So, again, because Horn beat Pacquiao, that makes him a 50-50 fight with Crawford. All right, that's that. So then why is he in this list then?
Because he's a common opponent with Pacquiao.
Oh, so it's just
I'm saying
so we're changing the goalposts?
Can I finish my statement? You asked me a question.
No, because I didn't know we were changing the
Jeff
goalposts
Horn
and adding common opponents.
beat the brakes off Pacquiao.
Okay.
Who Keith Thurman is fighting now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got that right.
Mm-hmm.
Horn beat Pacquiao, who Keith Thurman is fighting now.
Mm-hmm.
Bud Crawford made Jeff Horn look like a fucking amateur in the ring. Take that in for a second. Your man is fighting a guy who Terrence Crawford made look like shit in the ring, who he beat Pacquiao. Take that in for a second, Ness. Take that in.
Man, I mean, I'm going to stay on this topic only because this guy keeps burying himself and showing how much of a casual he is. So now, not only did he say what he said, he's also adding the ABC theory, which is fighter A beat fighter B, so fighter C. It doesn't work that way, but that's the mind of a casual. He thinks somehow because Horn had a controversial fight, but to suit his argument, Horn beat the shit out of Pacquiao.
Your guy said it last week with Marcos Villegas. He was animated. He said Horn beat up Pacquiao for 11 rounds. Go listen to your guy. Your guy said that, not me, not my quote. Keith, one time, Thurman said that. So big up your boy.
Shout out to G. I know he's not answering the question. I don't get why he's trying triangle theories instead of just saying, no, Crawford fought this guy. That was a perceived 50-50 fight or at least a tough fight. Like, he can't. He needs to discredit and try to play Keith out who's actually fighting people. But we're done with Demetrius and Billy, so we could go on to Gilberto. Super chat from Joseph Rodriguez. Ness, take it easy. You're killing him. It's too easy today. I know, man.
He's the #1 Crawford promoter, so I appreciate that.
It's just sad. It's just
I was
sad.
looking out. He never super chats about Errol Spence, but anytime a Crawford subject comes up, he's the first guy to put it down. Pick up Joseph, big dog. Pick up Joseph.
It's just sad that, like, my man said, since he wants me to let shit sink in, y'all sink in. I don't want to talk to him no more. Y'all let this sink in. He said Victor Postal was 50-50. And when's the last time y'all heard of Victor Postal? And then he said Jeff Horn was 50-50. And Jeff Horn's fighting a stripper next in Australia at 160. After just fighting like a 54-year-old Anthony Mundine in Australia at 160. Let that sink in. Let that sink in.
Out there getting his money. Let that sink in that every welterweight in the division was calling out Jeff Horn as soon as he won that title. Let that sink in too. Don't leave that out, Ness. Oh, don't leave that out. Keith Thurman was on record calling him out. Errol Spence was on record calling him out. Sean Porter wanted that fight too. So, I mean, there you go.
Let it sink in, ladies and gents.
But Gilberto, man, see, that's the point, man. We're trying to get to Gilberto, but guys can't stop talking about the pound for
he's
pound
ranked number 2 in the WBO. I see him ranked number 2 in the WBC. And he's not in the other 2 rankings. I mean, I don't really understand it. How could you be so highly ranked in 2 and not even top 15 in the other 2? Oh, yeah, no, not even top 15 in the other 2.
He was WBO champion, so it probably gave him a boost when he came up.
But still, what about the IBF? How they going to just completely disrespect him? And the WBA, like...
Bro, he just moved up to 125. Has he had a fight there, like one fight?
I don't even know.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to just give a nigga the fucking credit for just coming up there? I mean, come on, dog. Let him fight somebody.
I mean, there ain't really much names up here.
It's not. I mean, it's a nice division, but it's not as deep as I thought it was. But it's a good division. 175's got some good fights going brewing around. I like the Callum Johnson. Still got Sutherland Barrera out there. You still got Dimitri Bivol, Kovalev, Yard. You know what I'm saying? What's the other guy's name? Godcheck. He's out there. Marcus Brown still out there. So it's a nice division, you know what I'm saying, with some talented guys. But Gilberto says that he wants to fight Alexander Gvozdyk or he wants to fight Beterbiev next. So I don't know how
both of those are realistic, right? Both of those guys work with Top Rank or no?
I believe both of them do. The only one that doesn't is Dimitri Bivol, and that's kind of crazy because he's with Main Events, but fights on. Isn't he still with Main Events?
I'm not sure, man, but I'm looking at this 75-pound division, 175 pound. I don't know, man. I don't even know. You know, I mean, look for Arthur Beterbiev, he could use that fight. He could definitely use that.
He got
fight.
quite a chance, though. I mean, I think Gilberto could probably have a good chance of beating him, but he does have some power. You still got Alida Alvarez. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking about this, like when I seen this topic or whatever. I'm like, would a promoter be criticized if they had Gilberto Ramirez and didn't make him into a star? You know, we're talking about a 6-foot-something Mexican. You know, he started his career at 60. Now he's moving up to 68. And there's just not a lot of buzz around him. Like, am I wrong? And listen,
some guys just don't connect.
And listen, man, you know, Top Rank is known for making stars. Like, I don't know, is he missing something? And I mean Ramirez, because it's like they're giving him fights, they're putting him on TV, but I don't see the fandom.
Yeah, I'm just like a fact. Sometimes certain guys just don't connect with the fan base. You know what I'm saying? Some guys just won't be that star. You know what I'm saying? Some guys are destined to be a Timothy Bradley, and that's no disrespect toward Timothy Bradley, but he wasn't a star. He made his bones off being a Pacquiao opponent or a Can't forgot the other name of the guy he fought, but yeah, but he's not.
I mean, he did beat the brakes off of not brakes, but like he had a good fight with Marquez.
Yeah,
and that was like, and he beat Marquez, which is the guy that knocked out Pacquiao. Since you're a triangle theory guy,
wasn't like Marquez like the name coming in though. Like he wasn't like Tim Bradley wasn't the draw in that fight, was he? He was always B-side, right?
Nah. Tim was for that fight. He was A-side.
Tim was A-side against Marquez.
I'm pretty sure, man.
Damn.
In the sense that I think, let me just check, but I believe so. I believe so, man, because Bradley only had the Pacquiao losses.
Yeah.
And I remember when he fought, let me see. Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, let's see. Marquez, because he was coming off the Ruslan win, which it was a war.
It was a war. It was a good fight, too.
It was a war. He got concussed.
Got a lot of buzz on that fight, too.
But you got to remember, like, he beat Alexander, right? Gave him a O, first undefeated, first O. He also, before that, he gave Carlos Abreu. Man, my man was killing shit. He gave Lamont Peterson his first O. Then gave Carlos Abreu his first O. Then gave Alexander his first O. Then Top Rank was like, yo, we going to sign you, give you the Pacquiao fight. we going to give you $1 million, $1.2 million Joel Casamayor fight back on HBO if you could beat Alexander. And he did. So then they gave him the Pacquiao fight for $8 million. And he beat Pacquiao controversially. Mm-hmm. He got the Ruslan fight, and he beat him, but that was a slugfest. And, you know, critics was like, yo, he didn't need to do that. So, hell yeah, he was the A-side because he went into the Marquez fight next and beat his ass, too.
Oh, he was A-side now. Okay. Well, maybe Gilberto is just not going to be one of those guys that be a star. I mean, he has a good fighting skill, has like a action-packed like fighting style, but for some reason he's just not connecting with the public. I mean, maybe he doesn't fight enough.
Nope, he was the B-side.
Okay, I was finna say, man, like, damn,
Pacquiao, Marquez was coming off the Pacquiao knockout.
Oh, he definitely was the B-side.
And they did it on pay-per-view. I remember, I think it got like 225,000 pay-per-views.
Marquez and Bradley only did 225?
Yeah. Let's double
off
check
a Pacquiao knockout?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
Damn, I thought people would have flocked to that fight. That's crazy, man. That just goes to show you, man, every fight that you think is going to be a big fight might not be a big fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. What's up? What else is on the docket?
Yo guy. Former IBO welterweight champion Thulani Ninja. No. Mbenge.
Yeah, they was calling him Mbenge.
Mbenge.
Oh, Mbenge.
Whatever the fuck his name is. Nigga. We don't even know his name no more. He lost. To Sebastian Formella.
They robbed him, man.
They robbed him? Man, first 3 rounds. I'm gonna tell you how it scored.
Hold on. It says Timothy Bradley, Juan Manuel Marquez exceeds 375,000.
Okay. So
shout out to them. Numbers. Shout out to them. Good numbers.
That's good numbers, man. Hell yeah. Shout big ups to them. But yeah, Thulani, man. I watched the fight. First 3 rounds, I gave it to Formella. 3 through 7, I gave it to Thulani. 8 round, I gave it to Formella. After that, man, Thulani started like that 9th round. He did good, but 10 through 12, man, Formella was just shit, catching him with shit. Thulani was reaching a lot, man, during the fight, man. I was just like, man, did Ness even watch this guy fight before? Did he watch him fight, or was he just bigging him up because he seen him as an IBO champion and he wanted to unify with Crawford? Ness did all this hooping and hollering about Thulani and Mbenge. Really sold the TBV audience on Thulani. So much so we had our mastermind chat. Everybody looking for links for Thulani to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Hey, yo, retraction. Bradley was the A-side. I just got the poster. Thomas and Mack Center. He was the A-side.
Oh, okay. Damn. Right, Off the knockout. But yeah, man, and Mbenge was reaching a lot.
Resume matters, man. Those 50-50 fights. So, you heard all them shits that Bradley had when I went through his resume?
All right, bro. We're not talking about Bradley. I'm talking about your nigga, your guy Thulani.
Oh, you man.
My guy was reaching a lot, man.
He was amateurish a little bit,
Yeah,
right?
man.
You know,
Did you even watch him fight before you? Like, have you seen him fight before? Like, did you actually sit down and watch a whole fight?
why are you saying that?
I'm asking you a question.
I'm asking you. Why are you saying that?
How you gonna answer my?
So I'm just saying, what do you think that he looked that bad? That's what you're trying to say?
My nigga, he fought. He had a nigga. It seemed like Formella was, man, me and Am's nigga talking like, bro, Formella gone. He round 3 through 7. He like, bro, take him out. Take him out. Formella just came back and started catching this shit, bro. I don't know,
Some
bro.
people got good second wins.
My nigga, did you watch the fight?
What you mean? Did I?
Because you could have let us know, nigga, he wasn't there. He wasn't this good, bro. We could have won some money this weekend, nigga, off Thulani. No disrespect to Thulani. Somebody should watch the fight, you know what I'm saying? Just one time.
Bruh, Thulani was an underdog.
He was the underdog.
Yeah.
Oh, it was in Germany. Yeah, it was in Germany.
He went to somebody else's backyard. He wasn't getting credit for making the fight. He threw way more punches than the dude.
He wasn't landing no punches, though.
The dude wasn't landing no punches.
Shit.
Man, come on, man.
Bro, he was
you seen his face?
He was piecing. Bro, why my nigga Am? Am, you in the chat?
Bro,
he was piecing up Thulani ass, bro. What you mean?
Piecing him up. Bro, listen,
Man.
Thulani need to change maybe.
Trainers.
I don't want to say trainers. The issue is.
Shit, I do. My nigga, if you doing that, reaching like that, and you supposed to be a motherfucking, in your words, a fucking opponent for Terrence Crawford, then let him unify, you know what I'm saying? If you doing that, reaching like that, dog, nah, you ain't ready yet, dog. You don't even need to smell this level yet.
He
Go
was
fight
reaching
Josh
because
Taylor.
he a killer, though. He was
go fight
reaching
Josh
because he
Taylor.
a killer. He was reaching to land the right hand. He was reaching to
Signed with
land the right hand.
a new trainer, new promoter. Whoever, and Al, Bob, Eddie Hearn, if y'all listening right now, bro,
Thulani.
Go buy that young man out of this country. I'm telling you, he can be good. He can be very, very good. He's tall.
Yo, let me tell you something.
Rank.
Who looks more technically sound, him or Jamal James?
Him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Thulani, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Jamal James, 6'2", welterweight, same kind of attributes. And we still think Thulani
And
is
he looks
better.
stronger too. Like nigga, Thulani look good at. Like he got a body. Like the motherfucker look like he's strong too at 147. So it's not like he's gonna get pushed around by anybody at 147. He possibly can even move up. Like the announcer was saying, like all these South African fighters always look like they're fighting in a division that they shouldn't be fighting in. Like these guys always look like they should be fighting in the one more division up because they're so tall, so long. You know what I'm saying? Just defined. You know what I'm saying? But Thulani, man, new trainer, new promotional company, and just knew something, bro. And because you can be good, you can be decent, but we just got to get you with some new guys that actually know what they're doing. Because the fucking trainers won't give no kind of advice in the corner.
Bruh, man. You know how it is, man. What was that movie? It was an old school basketball movie. I know you watched it, man. Cause you was in the basketball, man. About the like a South African and shit. They went and scouted and shit. Never seen it?
Blue Chips?
Nah, Blue Chips wasn't that with Shaq?
Yeah.
He wasn't from Africa, motherfucker.
I thought they went and scouted Shaq in Africa, nigga.
There was another one just like Blue Chips where they scouted a tall ass African and shit.
I don't know.
So the point is, man, the motherfuckers got talent over there. They don't got the resources. So a lot, you know, they loyal. Nigerians and all that, they loyal as hell. So they start with these little teams, and they don't want to leave. And again, I'm not pointing the blame on the trainer because I don't think he lost. I need a new link. I want to rewatch the fight. I started maybe four rounds in, you know, because I got the link or got to the link late. The links that I got from Bruce.
Air up there. They saying, yeah.
Air up there.
Half of that movie.
Yes, air up there. So, you know, you need a dude like Thulani in a new camp with the right team and the right resources, you know? Because you're right. He was leaning in. He was his punches was following his head, or his head was following his punches. So, but again, I still think he went over to Germany and he was the busier fighter. I never seen him hurt. There was 2 points deducted too, so I don't even know how he lost.
Yeah, them points played a big part too. I forgot about that.
But wait, he got awarded the points. The other dude got deducted the points, right?
No. Thulani got some points for a low blow, which wasn't a low blow. Was not a low blow.
Bruh, Steve Bunce was being biased as hell. He was being biased. Like, you could tell they didn't want Thulani to win. It was crazy in there, bruh.
I'm just wondering how the fuck Stephen Formella dropped out of the rating like that, and I don't know. It's just a crazy weekend of boxing, man. But
fucking box records getting whacker and whacker. They didn't even put that the points were deducted.
What?
Nope.
Yeah, man. You gotta.
Yo, man. But remember, this is nothing. He's 15, and 1-12, and he'll bounce back. You know, because if it wasn't for us, nobody would even know about this fight.
Nobody would.
Nobody would even know about it.
I'm surprised nigga links were up for this fight. I'm like, nigga, damn, motherfuckers out here listening to us, nigga. Thulani? Who ever seen a link for Thulani Mans before this fight? I never have, nigga. I ain't never heard of him until you start bringing him up. So.
Angelo say he lost the bag because of Thulani. You ain't watched the fight though, because you won't be saying fuck him. I don't feel like he let us down. Fuck out of here. My man never stopped throwing punches. Not one time did I question his tank, his heart, nothing. He just needs mad pad work. His accuracy is not there.
Exactly.
And
you could throw 1,000 punches.
And this is the thing,
and land 25 of them. That's not a good percentage.
All right, but this is the thing. He could have just had an off night because I ain't see his accuracy like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, could have just been an off night. He was in another country, another time zone. His body could have just not reacted well. Same way AJ ain't look right in New York. Sometimes shit happens. But he 15-1. He'll bounce back. This is the right division. You know, speaking of this division, I want to mention real quick segue because I caught up on a lot of the PBC stuff. So I watched the PBC Jamal James and DeMarco. And I'm just like, damn, man, I got to talk about the fact that, yo, PBC giving these dudes chances like Antonio DeMarco's on Fox, bruh. Like, shit.
When was this?
What you mean, when was this? He about to fight Django on the 13th.
Oh, okay. I bet you been like, they already fought. Like, they win.
Nah, but, like, they about to fight, bruh. Like, Jamal James, where you at? Look, Thulani is still 25 on BoxRec. Keep it going, champ. He dropped 8 positions, though.
Gotta give him a check, though.
Huh?
I mean, DeMarco is probably just around for a check.
Jamal James is 17. He moved up 1 position due to the Thulani loss. DeMarco is coming off of an undefeated win, right? He got a win off of a fucking dude that Eddie Ramirez. But damn, what the fuck? He just lost.
What are you talking about? I'm lost now, my nigga.
No, because listen, that's what I'm telling you about the fucking network propaganda. So I told you I caught up on the PBC Fox stuff, right? So the way Fox is telling the story, it's like, yo, DeMarco, he has suffered some losses, but he's just coming off a win and then another win off of an undefeated Eddie Ramirez. They left out that he came back and lost to Maxim Dashavev.
After Eddie?
Huh?
After Eddie?
After Eddie. So they just left that out. So I'm coming here to tell my listeners, like, oh shit, DeMarco got a win. And now I go to box where my man got a fat loss. You know? Hey, yo, propaganda at its best. That's why I tell you, can't believe them networks, man. But that ain't even it, though. That ain't even it. The fact that Jamal James is fighting DeMarco at 47. DeMarco, I mean, he fought at 47.
DeMarco 47?
Yeah. No, he fought at 47. He fought Leonardo Tina at
DeMarco is 47 years old.
No. He's 33, fighting at 147. I just always drop the 1 because we know where we at.
47, goddamn, make the man killer out here.
But, I mean, look, back to the face-off, right? The thing is, yeah, they went all out.
And when DeMarco and Django had a face-off?
Yeah. They went all out, bruh.
I'm not laughing because I think it's like funny, but
You
I'm just
laughing because you
laughing like,
can't
damn, they
believe they
putting
spent
money
the
behind
money.
this shit,
Yes, yes.
That's,
But listen, somebody believes in Jamal James, bruh.
yeah. Sure.
And let me double check it. But according to the propaganda on the PBC, Fox, whatever you call that, Face Off, his last 4 fights have been in Minneapolis, and they have been. They have been.
He's a draw.
His last fight was to Ugonoh. That's the last loss he got, and then he's just racked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this will be his 6th straight win. Because I'm expecting him to win.
And that Ugonoh's not a bad loss. I mean.
But DeMarco is talking like he's saying all the right things, and
is he old? Is he say he's 31?
He's 33, and Jamal James is but Jamal James is 30 and ain't done nothing.
Ain't done nothing, but DeMarco's been in there with some big names too.
DeMarco's been in there with big names, but he's moving up, right? It's like he's fought twice at 46, at 47, but not consecutively. You know what I mean? So he's not a real 47-pounder. So it's more about like the experience because Ugonoh beat Jamal, and I think that was like Ugonoh's turning stone. That was like when Ugonoh started to turn his career around, was off that Jamal James win. Let me double check that.
He beat Jamal. Then
you see, he lost to Amir Iman, then beat Jamal, and turned it the fuck around. Never looked back after that until he lost to Porter, which people think he won.
He won. Yeah, I'm one of them.
There you go. So this is what I'm saying. Sometimes a loss and a win changes a person's career. So it brings me back to the face-off where DeMarco's saying all the right things and the fact that he's like, this dude ain't got no experience. And, yo, I was big on Jamal James. Let me go back to his resume just so I can tell y'all how long. Anybody who been watching this show know I've been telling y'all about Jamal, man. God damn. I mean, I
think the first time I seen Jamal James was on PBC Tuesday Night Fight or something like that. When PBC did those fights on Tuesday nights. I don't know why they stopped doing that shit, because I thought it was a good night of the week to have those fights for those prospects. There wasn't nothing on, no boxing on, nobody like is competing for that day. So just keep it going. I miss Tuesday night fights.
Bruh, I've been on him for so long because we had a Minneapolis correspondent.
Okay.
So we was in that gym of Jamal James. It's called the Circle of
Trust?
Nah.
Brotherhood?
Circle of Defense or some shit. I don't know.
It don't matter.
But
we'll have him on, so he'll tell us about it.
So yeah, man. Him and the other dude that beat DeGale, what's his name? They from the same gym.
Caleb Truax.
Truax, that's right. So, man.
Yeah, he was on Jamal James' last undercard, but his fight wasn't televised. That was crazy. He was supposed to fight Peter Quiller, but they have that rematch, I believe, signed. Because remember, that fight ended with like a headbutt or a cut or something to where the fight had to be called off in the first round.
So, yeah, man. All they're talking about, the reason, again, why I'm bringing this up is because all they're saying is, I want my title shot. I want my title shot. I want my title. So it sounds like someone told Jamal, you got to win this fight, and we're going to give you a title shot.
What's going to be? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen.
So at welterweight, we got to decide which welterweight deserves a tune-up that's a champion.
Jamal James is in the WBA rankings. So he's going to go down that WBA route, but he's not going to get Keith Thurman. After or whoever wins between Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman, he'll probably get that regular belt and fight for a vacant regular belt. I'm telling you, that's probably what's going to happen for Jamal James. He probably won't like it, but he's not going to get that title shot at the big belt just yet.
He's number 5 in the WBA, so if you're saying, you know, Pacquiao loses, now he loses his ability to be the WBA regular champion. That becomes vacant. Jamal fights Jesse Vargas, Danny Garcia.
No Jesse, no Danny. They ain't fight for no regulars. Those names out. Danny and nah. I don't think Danny would even think about
the biggest name is Jesse Vargas. Who else is Al going to let him do it with? Everything else is backwards. Connor Ben, Cody Carley. Bunch of Alexander Busbutin.
Probably it's gonna be an easy fight, bro. I'm telling you, he's probably gonna get an easy belt.
Yeah, Busbutin is with Top Rank though.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they gonna want to build Jamal James in Minneapolis, bro. They gonna want to keep on making sure they get their money out there. So they gonna have him fight probably a nobody for a vacant. Danny and Jesse Vargas ain't fighting for a vacant regular title. I don't believe so. Or did Pacquiao beat Jesse for that title?
Bro, Pacquiao, that's a regular, man. I don't keep
Yeah,
track
I'm
of
not
that
about the
shit.
regular shit, man. All right, moving on, man.
So it
Krzysztof,
says our first video published on Jamal James was in 2015 September.
yeah, y'all been on for a while, done 4 years. Krzysztof Glowacki gets some kind of retribution. You know what I'm saying? We all know that him and Breidis had that fiasco of a fight where he got elbowed, and then Robert Bird, make sure I get his name right. Robert Bird let the fight go on after the bell for like 20 seconds, and Krzysztof got knocked down, and damn, had was wobbly. Second round, he got totally obliterated and knocked out. But he does get some kind of retribution because after the fight with Doritocos and Breidis, they have to. The WBO has said that they have to fight him like 90 days or 120 days out for that title. So big ups to Krzysztof for getting some kind of payback because there was a dirty fight. And Bird, I why am I steady seeing Robert Bird rough events and he's not getting no kind of backlash for that fight? I don't understand it. Maybe it's just me, but it is what it is. Lukas Rozanski knocks out Izu Ugonoh. Remember
Yeah.
the guy that beat up? Well, the guy had a good fight with Brazil.
Yeah, with the Brazil.
He got knocked out in Poland this weekend.
That's crazy because that was probably a hometown fight. I mean, it
Well,
is a hometown fight, but
It was a fight against a highly touted Poland prospect, 11-0, and they were going at it, and he got the fucking better of him, I guess. So I wanted to see Izu back, though. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see him because I thought he was a good fighter, but
get back.
he's not. He's done for, man. He's put a fork in him. He's over with.
Shout out to Alex Lemon reminding me that it's Circle of Discipline is the name of the gym.
All right, good. Nordine Oubaali gets KO, and now he wants to unify. So big ups to Oubaali. If y'all
Isn't
remember,
that
he beat
a
Rashid
Ben
Warren
Davison
on
fighter?
Huh?
Is he Ben Davison's fighter?
I don't know about that. I know he beat Rashid Warren on the
Yeah, I remember
Pacquiao
that.
and a Broner card. So big ups to him. Sergey Lipnets out here talking shit. He said he's planning another retirement party. He's saying that he retired Lamont Peterson, and he plans to do the same thing to John Molina Jr. So Lipnets, man, I really like how he came back after the Mikey loss. You know what I'm saying? Couple good wins. You know what I'm saying? A knockout of
It's like you said, man. Some guys just don't connect.
Yeah. What you mean by that? You don't like Sergey?
I just don't care for I don't see him as a talking point.
I think he's a damn good fighter, bro. He goes out there and fights hard.
I didn't see I seen Lukas beat Lamont. I didn't see him beat Lamont. You know what I mean?
Knock Lamont the fuck out.
I know, but it's like the older version of Lamont. You understand what I'm saying?
I feel you. I guess, man.
And now he's about to fight another old dude, and that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna keep him. Yo, boxing is so fucking weird. Like they're gonna keep him winning versus dudes you know you're gonna beat until they give him a title shot.
Yeah. Devin Haney versus Zaur Abdullaev, lightweight title eliminator targeted for 9/13 Las Vegas. Not officially yet, but the article that was reading says everything is on track. Big ups to Boxing Scene for that article. And rest in peace, man. Ivan. I don't know how to say that fucking that Spanish nickname, but I'm just gonna say Ivan Ramirez. He was found deceased in his apartment over I think Thursday or Friday morning. So and he was an up and coming boxer too. So big ups to him and prayers to his family. Ivan Ramirez. But that's been it, man. Out to the kill all of us. Oh yeah, if you're listening right now, man, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button on YouTube. It helps with the visibility of the show. If you want to go one step farther, go ahead and head over to the boxingvoice.com/affiliate sponsors and click on the Amazon link. The Amazon link, Amazon Prime Day is coming up July 15th. If you motherfuckers shop on Prime Day and don't use our damn link, I'm gonna be very, very mad. So go ahead over there, bookmark that link, save that link, and do all your shopping through that link. It costs you nothing. Prime Day is on the 15th. Get ready.
Alrighty then.
Tell the truth.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Going out to Donald, Richmond, California. Talk to me.
What's going on, Donald? Happy
What's
Sunday.
going on? Thanks, same to you. Man, y'all just talked about so much. Y'all just talked about so much shit. I don't even know what to talk about. I was like narrating on what I was going to get on. I mean, but I remember the one thing where y'all was talking about where y'all was saying, like, they saying Thurman a cherry pick for the Pacquiao fight. My opinion of that is like Pacquiao's the last legend at 147 that you can fight, and I mean that's probably like the biggest money fight that you can get, you know. And we all seen that Spence wanted that fight. You know, he was in the ring. Come here, come on over here, brother. Come on over here, Pacquiao. You know, tell him come on. You know, he wanted that fight. Now, if Spence had got that fight, I don't think anyone would say that's a cherry pick or a duck. Maybe they would say that's a money grab. And I know as long as I've been watching Thurman that he always wanted the Pacquiao fight. I remember like 3 or 4 years ago, I seen an interview on him, and Thurman was like, man, I'll knock Pacquiao out. I'll knock him out. You know, he was saying 3 or 4 years ago that he would knock Pacquiao out. So I don't think that he's talking. I don't think he's saying what he's saying because Pacquiao was, he was saying the same shit 3 or 4 years ago. He just reiterated what he was saying 3 or 4 years ago because now he's got the fight. And Jamal James, I think that you guys are going in the right direction with that. I think what I see is that Thurman gets the Pacquiao fight. He beats Pacquiao. Pacquiao does a rematch him. I can see them probably throwing Jamal James to Thurman, and that would probably be Thurman's tune-up. And then maybe from there, you know, maybe Thurman goes for Spence after he fights Jamal James. I mean, or they could probably really want to seal Jamal James into getting a belt. And if Pacquiao loses, maybe they put Jamal James in there with somebody else for the vacant regular title to actually kind of give him a title. I think it's probably going to be one or the two, preceding the fact that he actually beats Antonio DeMarco, which I think he does beat Antonio DeMarco. Antonio DeMarco shouldn't pose that much of a threat to him, you know. But I think that's probably the route that they're going because they keep giving him all of these, you know, these fights, in home fights. You know, like Ness said, somebody believing in this dude. They trying to probably get him the WBA regular, or they trying to get him that Thurman fight for the payday or the regular title for him to be actually half a title holder, you know. After that, I don't know pretty much where he goes from there. I don't really see Jamal James beating Thurman. I don't see him beating Spence. I mean, I don't know, you know, but I think that's probably the route that they went with him, you know.
Alrighty, Donald.
But
hey, was Broner able to knock out DeMarco?
Nah.
Who?
Okay.
I think they stopped it though.
They stopped it.
He
Okay.
ain't knock him out. I was live at that fight.
I think, you know what? I think Jamal James stops him because Jamal James is too tall. I think Jamal James stops him. Late rounds. I would say
he don't fight with his height,
6
though,
to 10.
man.
Sometimes
he don't.
All right, great call, Donald, man, from Richmond, man. We appreciate the whole.
Broner got a TKO in 8.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like the betting odds, man. The shot bet for the decision or distance. Is it a 10-round fight, 12-round fight?
10 round for Jamal James.
BoxingVoice.com.
It's money to shit. Working that bitch. Ballin' like Swish. Diamonds wet like a fish. Pull up with them sticks. Come fuck with the clique. We fucked on your bitch. She sucking the dick. I'm whipping the work.
H Money, man, before you start, man, but big ups to you and Jimmy for that Dominican Nightmare promo. That shit was nice. Big ups to y'all too for that shit.
Hey, definitely shout outs to Jimmy. You know, man, that's how you gotta treat the A side right, man. You gotta treat Deontay Wilder right, the heavyweight champion of the world, undefeated, the only man with a fucking knockout. Shout outs to the Dominican Nightmare. We in here, TMG Promotions. It's your boy H Money, Mr. DAZN, the Boxing Voice 2019 Rookie of the Year. And I gotta talk about the breaking news: Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, the rematch, February 22nd. I can't wait. And we all know Deontay Wilder is the A side. He is the reigning heavyweight champion. Matter of fact, he is the longest reigning heavyweight champion of the world. And I mean, I got him winning that first fight. I don't know where all this bullshit is coming from Paula Malignaggi and Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, who always hate on black fighters, who hated on Andre Ward. Let's just be real, okay? Let's be real, man. My boy Deontay Wilder, man, he's the truth. He knocked everybody out. Anybody he faced hit the canvas. He got the most power of all time. Deontay Wilder is the king of boxing. And, man, shout outs to the show. Shout outs to Devin Haney. You know what I mean? The next Floyd, the real next Floyd Mayweather, not Adrian Broner, a fake who couldn't make weight, or Tank Davis, another guy who couldn't make weight. And, man, you know what it is, man. It's TMG Promotions. Ness, I hope you liked the promo video. Jimmy took this time. I hope he impressed you, Ness. There's a lot more to come. You feel me?
H, man, thanks for calling in. You already know, man. I told Jimmy how I felt, man. That shit was perfectly done. Going out to the ringer in Seattle. Dominic, talk to me.
Yo, what's good? So this call's about Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury making the fight for Deontay Wilder. Okay, I really think Deontay Wilder should just do what Tyson Fury did to him, move on to the next, and get to him when he feels like it. Get the Andrew Ruiz fight. Get your belts. You had enough title defenses. Do what you want to do in life. And show Tyson Fury you can't just come to America and become a champ without putting in the work to get the belt. And to the last caller, Mr. DAZN, he always talks about he likes Deontay Wilder, but back in the day, he was talking shit. When I was talking to him on the phone, Skype, this nigga talking about slavery was, history, and this nigga ain't for black fighters. But anyways, Deontay Wilder should go for Andy Ruiz. Fuck Tyson Fury. He doesn't make the rules. This is PBC. That's my call.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in. We're going out to the Boomeranger in Detroit.
Straight to the point for those with attention deficit. I'm so repetitive, so I gotta repeat. Stainless from the streets to the deep. I'm coming with that heat. All you need to know about me, I'm coming with that heat.
Yo, TBV, what's good?
Stainless, what it do?
Yo, Stainless, man, you breaking up, big dog. What's going
on? Mike, man, good to hear from you. Good to see you back on here and everything, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Happy recovery. You know what I'm saying? I hit you up on Facebook through one of my many aliases, apparently. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy to see you back, man. Happy to see you back in good health and back with us, man.
Appreciate it, big dog.
Yeah, that wasn't my phone breaking up. That was my voice when I was inhaling on this blunt. But back to the topics at hand. This Wilder Fury fight, I gotta agree with Dominic from Seattle. Like, Fury need to pump his brakes. I think Wilder need to focus on the Ortiz fight first off, because that first fight was a good fight, and you know what I'm saying, anything can happen on fight night. And then maybe it is better to focus on the Andy Ruiz fight and who wins that, because if those belts come back home to QBC, then he has a better chance of making that fight. You know what I'm saying, and getting that fight made and becoming an undisputed champion, one face, one champion, one night. The Thurman Pacquiao fight, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm with Ness on this, man. I hope that Thurman just destroys Pacquiao, man. I'm happy to see that Andrade is finally getting some press, man. That's all I like to say on that, man. I don't care if he fights Saunders, Canelo. You know what I'm saying? He is the most formidable opponent in middleweight right now for Canelo. You know what I'm saying? And the Saunders would definitely be the testing grounds in order for him to prove just the fighter that he is. That's going to be me for this first round. As I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up and share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. It's TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, you stupid. Peace, fellas.
H Money with the boomerang.
Hey, yo, Ness, I got to give a special shout out to my fighter, Robert Bonilla, in the hospital, recovering from back surgery, man. Robert Bonilla, I know you listening to the show. It's your brother, H Money. We in here, man. I hope you get better. I hope you heal up real quick for this border wars. And Ness, I just heard there's a guy named Mr. PBC. Damn, I'm just saying, everybody trying to steal my swag, Ness. Am I that hot? Am I the one with all the clout? Facts. I am the one with all the clout. PBC been out for 10 years, and this guy just starts saying he's Mr. PBC. But none of the PBC fighters know you. Real talk. Deontay Wilder, the only person he know is me. Real talk. I should be Mr. PBC. I'm Mr. TBV. I'm the best caller. There's no one like me, Ness. Ain't nobody like me, bro. Ain't nobody bringing people to Patreon like me. Ain't nobody got people signing up to Border Wars like me. So all you fucking clout chasers, get people to sign up. Start doing some fucking super chats before you say my motherfucking name, nigga. Real talk.
H Money, this shit. God damn, boy. Clear that shit up real quick. Said PBC, I've been out 10 years, nigga.
Troy in Baltimore.
What's going on, Troy?
Boy, you two walked over a whole lot of information today, didn't you? Let me hurry this up before you cut me off. But yeah, you walked. Yeah, you walked over a lot of information. Now, Mike, I don't know why you keep letting this to walk you into a corner when it comes to Crawford. When he was asking you about Crawford.
I don't know what y'all talking about, homie.
When he was talking about Crawford's 50-50 fight, he actually had quite a few. The first one was the brother he fought at 135. That's Gamboa. Right? That was one. Yeah. Why not?
Why the fuck
Why not?
Maybe you are right, because I wasn't that heavily in boxing back then. I just watched
the next one. And then the next one was the African brother, Ndingo, I believe. He was the one that had all the belts.
Yeah, that was not
Crawford had to go to him.
That was not
Nesta can laugh and carry on. Okay, listen. Nesta can play all the beats that he won, but the fact is that brother was undefeated and he was a unified champion, right?
Yeah, he beat Trojanowski and he beat fucking Ricky Burns, or not? I mean, not Ricky Burns, but what's the guy's name? I don't fucking know.
All I know, brother, is he was a unified, undefeated champion, and he won at 50-50. Then he moved up. He moved up in weight, and he fought Horn, who was a 160-pound fighter, playing as a 147-pound fighter, and he did something that no one else has done before. He stopped him. So, and then he fought another dude that was taller and bigger than him, whose name skips me. He stopped him. He stopped Khan, which honestly Khan was done anyway. But I'm just putting these names out here. Don't let him paint you to a corner with Crawford, because Crawford doesn't just have skills. He has the resume that none of the other welterweights have. And then he has the nerve to bring a Wilder.
Troy, let me get this straight. Yes, so you're saying that Khan was 50-50?
No.
I said Khan was done, man. See, there you go. There you go. You said
he fought a tall brother, too. You said, so that one was 50-50, the tall brother?
Yes, and I'm going to tell you why that is. He was undefeated as well, and he was an unknown to him. He was undefeated. He was a top 10 and unknown to him. Now I'm going to get to Wilder before you cut me off. 42 fights, and you could only name 2 fights in 12 years, the whole 12-year career, and you didn't jump on that mic and take care of that? 12 years, and the brother could only pull out 2 names?
Because that would be deflection. Fights? That would be deflection, the same as you.
No, that ain't no deflection, baby. You know, you use Wilder as like a point of reference.
No.
42 fights. Okay, brother, go ahead.
I used numerous names, and you know, Thurman was another name that I used that had 2 fights.
Right, Thurman is a good name to use. Thurman, because he has a good resume, and we saw his resume. But 2 fights and
ooh, get yourself a boomerang. All them thoughts stuck in your head.
Mr. Info Joe.
Tell them the truth, yo. Tell them the truth.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Mr. Info Joe in the building. Yo, what's up, my boxing brothers? What up, Mike? What up, Ness? Yo, real quick off the subject, I got 2 hot prospects at 147 they need to fight. Jerron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz, Robert Garcia's fighter. I think that'll be 2 to settle who's the best prospect at 147. Yo, on to saying why Porter thinks I don't like him. Shit, he talked about his shoes. He done talked about his green leprechaun suit. He go around every interview talking about he can't even sell out a family dinner. That's why he say he thinks you don't like him. But they shouldn't like each other, none of them. If he's in your weight division, you shouldn't like none of them. But on to Thurman and Pac. I hear a lot of people out there talking about. I seen the press, the promo for Thurman and Pac, and I know a lot of people out there. Thurman, he talking too much shit, man. He overdoing it, blah, blah, blah. He's selling the fight. This is nothing compared to all this shit talking between Tyson Fury and Wilder. I think the boxing fans are too emotional and too sensitive. How is Pac going to sell the fight giving one-liners? What else? Hey, I think Thurman, he had more than 2 50-50 fights. Diego Chavez, he was undefeated. That was a 50-50 fight. They had the same amount of fights.
Where he at now?
I think knockouts.
Where Diego at now? That's favorite line. What happened to him now? Where he been since then?
Hey, he was.
He
undefeated.
got all honestly, Mike. Not to debate further, but he got all his residual off that fight. Like, remember, he got a Brandon Reels fight. He got a Timothy Bradley fight. He got a Jamal James fight. I think he got like one more fight too. Like he got a lot of no, and that's the point.
Right, man,
that's the
so
point. He got
ain't
a
that
lot
good.
of residual off of that.
So he ain't that good.
At the time, champ.
Hey, but at least he faced,
that's my point.
Out of all
at
the welterweights at 147, Thurman has faced more undefeated fighters and more former champions. So the odds at some other fights were 50-50, some were 60-40. When you fighting the former champion, especially. And Diego, not Diego Chavez, but my boy Julio Diaz, former champion. Robert Guerrero, former champion. Bundu was undefeated, and Danny and Porter, man, hands down. That's my call, man. Thanks for the work, my brothers. Hey, Hey, one more thing, Jimmy. That shit was tight that you did with Ness, man. That was a tight video, man. He made you look like the man, Ness. I'm out.
All right, Joe. Come home to TMG. We're going to get you one, Joe. We're going to get you a new fight, man. You deserve it. We going out to Mastermind, Big Supermax in Texas. Talk to me.
What's going on, fellas? Let's make one thing clear. Just because you're undefeated, that don't make it a 50-50 fight. A 50-50 fight is when you go in and people are not sure who's going to win. Troy, I've always been taught to respect my elders, man, but I think you might be going a little bit senile. Because you just said that Gamboa was a 50-50 fight. That's ridiculous. Crawford's never been in a 50-50 fight. I don't care what Mike tells me. But now, and I'll give Crawford this, a lot of times there's really not been anybody around him in his weight classes that would have presented a 50-50 fight when you really look back at it. So you can cut him a little pass for that, but for Mike to keep saying he's only been at welterweight for 3 fights. I already told you before, man. Danny Garcia's first 2 fights at welterweight were against former world champions.
What that mean? His first fight was against a world champion, nigga, not a former. The fuck out of here. Next question.
The top ranked champion. The top ranked champion.
Bruh, the nigga who beat Pacquiao, and guess who Pacquiao fighting right now? I'm just saying, Keith Thurman was out. I'm not making this up, bro. Can I speak? Can I speak? I'm not making this up. Keith Thurman is on camera with Marcos Villegas killing
Keith Thurman's the end all be all.
Killing Pacquiao because he got beat up by Jeff Horn. It's not coming from me. It's coming from one time. One time is saying this, not Mike.
Yo, is one time God? Jesus?
He y'all God. I mean, he unified champion, right?
Is he the commission?
He the baddest man since Floyd Mayweather, right?
I mean, this dude crazy.
Danny Garcia got 2 wins over a guy who beat Pacquiao. A prime Pacquiao. What that mean? That don't mean nothing. That's the triangle theory.
I told you that. He like the ABC shit.
I don't give a fuck. It's A, B, C, D, E, F, motherfucking G. Like my motherfucking last name.
Danny beat Morales.
You do care.
Danny beat Morales, and Morales beat Pacquiao when he was prime. So that means Danny's greater than everybody.
How old was Morales, my nigga? Jeff Horn went old.
How old
Jeff
is
Horn
Pacquiao?
is younger than fucking Terrence Crawford. How old was Morales? So you want to bring him up? How old was he? 50?
4 years ago. Pacquiao should have stopped fighting 4 years ago. But anyway, that's enough of that. And the reason I talk about Crawford, Mike, is I gotta help build him up because his biggest fan won't even buy his fights, man. That's the damn
We appreciate that, bro. We appreciate it, man. We thank you. We thank you.
Who is biggest fan that don't buy his fights?
That guy right there talking to me, that's the other guy.
I told you I wasn't buying that shit, and I gave y'all a reason. If y'all can respect it, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Next question.
I do respect
Next
it.
question.
I do respect it. But I'm just saying, 50,000.
Next question.
But real quick, Wilder. Everybody's saying Tyson Fury needs to pump his
A
brakes.
nigga from Texas don't even come on and speak about Errol. Don't bring Errol up one time, but he want to bring up fucking Bud Crawford. We know why. The real king at 147 is.
Well, I mean, that's a little misleading, right? Because the dude from Texas isn't
Ain't Joseph from Texas?
The dude from Texas isn't bringing up Errol, but whenever we discussing
my nigga Errol name is in the fucking topic. Crawford name is nowhere near the topic.
Whenever he's fighting, he definitely bets on him.
All right, man.
Picks him to win, you know?
All right, big dog.
Man, I didn't know we were going to trigger Mike like that. Guys.
This is the Texas protector now.
Guys,
we got the sheriff in the house.
Stop talking about Crawford.
Hey, callers call in and engage me. I'm sorry they're not calling about Keith. He's not. I guess he's not triggering people today.
I know, and I don't want them to keep triggering you. You all mad and shit. Your blood pressure rising.
Man,
you know,
I'm happy.
The doctor told you to chill, Mike, so chill out.
Here we go with this shit.
You know, you getting all upset. I don't want nothing to happen, man. Chill. Hey, y'all, don't upset him no more, all right? Lids low, talk to me, man. Don't get this man mad.
Hey, what's happening, man? Mike? I got you, Mike. Take this. All right, the caller that just called, even though we got difference in opinion, shout out to that caller. He simply said, Mike, what you all you had to say to Ness. Who was actually a 50-50 fight for fucking Crawford back then? Name one. And don't name nobody who coming down, and don't name nobody who coming up. Who was there to fucking be a 50-50 for Crawford?
Hey, can I ask you a question? Why can't we name anybody going up or down when that's all Crawford fought was guys coming up?
Okay, well, name one coming up or going down.
I mean, I need box rack. I wasn't prepared for this type of an argument.
No, that's cool. But for somebody like Ness to say he need box rack, Mike, come on, player. I know you hold it down, Crawford, man, but you got to do better, shout it. Just like that.
That's not an indicator. That's not an indicator, champ. It's just that Crawford it's been a long time since he's been in that division. I gotta see. Yeah, man. I gotta see who's over there.
And then people want to use that fucking Monday morning quarterback shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, right off the bat, just 4 names into his resume, I could remember that he didn't stick around for Mikey. Everybody wanted that. We wanted him to stick around for Mikey. He didn't do
Mikey,
that.
2-year hiatus.
Mike, like you said, when they call in for you, they addressing me, champ. Like,
yeah, Mike, chill out, Mike.
Chill out.
Let me in this route for a second.
So,
I fuck with you, Mike,
Crawford, Mikey. Crawford Mikey at 140. He could have obviously did Lomachenko at 138 because they was offering Manny Pacquiao Lomachenko at 138, and Lomachenko didn't want it, right? But Freddie said that's as low as they would go, was 138 for Lomachenko. So all right. So then we talking 2017. I mean, he fought Felix Diaz. Those are PBC fighters, so he could have fought anybody, bruh. He fought John Molina and Felix Diaz. He could have really fought anybody.
We do fight anybody. That's the thing. We do fight anybody. But because we ain't fighting the PBC champions that people want us to, they keep trying to clown motherfucking Bud. I'm telling y'all.
No. Listen, no. Don't tell me. Answer this. Don't tell me. Answer this. Derry Jean.
What?
Derry Jean. Hank
What
Lundy.
about? Oh, he fought him.
Hank Lundy.
Yeah.
John Molina. Julius Ndongo. Thomas Delorme. Raymundo Beltran. Anything jumping out at you? Anything making you excited? Ain't nothing exciting you, right? And that's what I'm saying. That's a top-ranked diet in its essence, bro. That is it right there. Just names. They just names. I mean, I love Lundy. He came to appreciation night, but what has he done? What has he done? What about John Molina? What, he's known to be a dude that could take a punch? You know, Mike just tried to play me out and Info Joe when we said Diego Chavez. All right, so what's Felix Diaz done? Where's he at? Where's Ndongo? Where's he at? Molina about to go get retired. Mike just said Molina's about to get retired.
Yeah, you know.
Victor Postal, where he's at. Hank Lundy, where's he's at. Derry Jean, where he's at. Thomas Delorme just got a draw in Chicago over a year ago.
With Jesse Vargas.
Over a year ago. Stop it.
It was not over a year ago, my nigga.
Man, it was the inaugural fucking event for fucking Matchroom.
It was like in September, my nigga, of last year.
Man, that shit was in Chicago, bro. Remember, I went to the press conference. Worlds Collide.
October, matter of fact. It was in October, as a matter of fact.
That shit was October 6, 2018. Like I said, last
not over a year ago, my nigga. It's like 6 months.
Last
year. That's like last year. Over a year ago.
He ain't even fight since then. That's almost 9 months out the ring.
What is that?
9 months out the ring. Bro, you trying to give him credit. That's my point.
Because he just fought Jesse Vargas, who's rated high in the fucking sanctions body.
I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on because this is what I'm saying. When your resume's that thin, your fanatics have to argue about somebody that got a draw.
On the guy who gets more pub and more publicity, and he's not even fighting than your guy Keith Thurman. You mad about that?
Yo,
that's all it is.
You know, shout out to Beltran.
You're sitting around wondering.
Shout out to
Keith
Beltran.
Thurman doing all this talking, all this hoop and yelling, and nobody's talking about him. We're all talking about Crawford. Every caller calling in is talking about Crawford.
Shout out to
not
Beltran,
about Keith Thurman.
man. Beltran is the only one of Crawford's opponents that went on to become a champ.
I'm sorry,
damn.
Because most of his opponents probably were like already champs. You know what I'm saying? And how long was Thurman Delorme?
Yo, since he bust on the scene, British Prescott is a journeyman.
I thought we was gonna get to more callers.
Yo, British Prescott is a journeyman.
These guys love Terrence Crawford. You see this?
No, I love fucking with you. I love fucking with you. Alexander Sanabria.
Nigga, the more pub for Terrence, the better. The better. So
let me go. Let me go. Stop cutting me off. Yo, since he stepped on the scene, British Prescott, career journeyman. His next fight, Alexander Sanabria, after he fought Crawford, he retired. Andriy Klimov of Journeyman. Ricky Burns definitely didn't win a title after losing to Crawford, but yo, after Crawford, Journeyman. Yurokis Gamboa, Journeyman after Crawford. Beltran, he won a title. Thomas Delorme, I ain't gonna call him Journeyman, you know, he got that draw with Jesse, you know, some people thought he won or whatever. But never quite lived up to the potential. Derry Jean, what has he done? Let me click on this. Oh, my. Yeah, man. He ain't done much of nothing, bro. He ain't fight since 2018, December. No names, you know? No names. Postal. Postal just got 2 wins versus no names. A 14-1 dude in the UK. Somebody 21-2. Mohammedi Mulmi or some shit like that. Nothing. John Molina, same thing. Just coming off a loss. Telling you, man. I mean, I'm just being honest, bro. You know, truth is truth. But Jay Will, talk to me.
Like I know, you should lie low. Killer, I used to get it in Ohio.
What's up, Mike? Man, I'm glad you're back. I'm gonna let you slide because you just coming back. My last couple of my calls, I've been kind of breaking you down, but I'm gonna let you go. Ness, this call is off for you, and I'm going to explain why your boy Spence says your boy is corny. Only thing I ask, just don't interrupt. Let me get my flow on right quick, and then you can just do your little rebuttal at the end. At the Mikey and I guess the PBC presser, when they first announced the Mikey and Spence fight, all your peers is on stage. They asked Spence, like, what's up with the Keith Thurman fight? I don't know. This dude's always magically hurt. They give the mic to Keith. Keith doesn't even answer Spence directly at all. Matter of fact, I can't see any interview where this nigga, Keith Thurman, has even talked somewhat aggressively towards Errol. Now, Errol then crashed a one-on-one interview of Keith. Everybody's seen that interview on Fight Hype. Keith doing the one-on-one interview. Next thing we know, Errol comes out of nowhere and crashes the interview and say, dog, you don't want to fight me. You don't want no smoke with me. You can't get no more direct than that. And it's getting kind of sad that this nigga says, which is kind of corny, oh, me and Errol's a 3-belt fight. We can only fight if there's 3 belts on the line. That's some corny-ass fucking stipulation to put on making the fight happen. This shit's corny as fuck. Now, Errol's been at this nigga's neck for more than a year. It's really going on 2. And he's been doing the same shit that you asked Charlo to do with Triple G and Canelo, being at their neck. Now, the funny thing is that Keith Thurman won't even say this nigga name aggressively, let alone talk shit to this nigga, even though Errol then dogged this nigga on stage with all your peers at the PBC presser. Like, nigga, this nigga don't want it in front of all your peers. And Keith, all thing he did was smile and say, oh, well, I've been the problem. Your boy's the truth, and I've been swift. But still and yet, he won't answer that nigga directly on stage with him. This shit is getting sad. This shit is getting corny, bruh. At some point in time, I know that's your good. I know that's your guy. I know that's your guy. But at some point in time, you got to call a spade and say, this nigga does not want any smoke with Errol Spence at all.
A-side spade.
Okay, so I knew you was going to say that. So I'll let you walk into that. At the end of the day, and I know this without a doubt, and everybody in the chat, hit number 1 if I'm wrong, number 2 if I'm right. If you substitute Errol with Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder was going through that same situation that Errol's going through with Keith, you be calling whoever the other nigga is a duck. If he had the same access as Keith, you be calling that same nigga a duck if it was Deontay Wilder instead of Errol Spence. After this nigga,
no, I won't. No, I won't. You know why? Because what you and guys like Mike like to leave out is that Keith was out the ring for 2 years. Your time is up. But Mike said in this show, oh, Keith got 29 fights, and he only got 2 50-50 fights. And Errol got 24, and he got 1. Man, you should be ashamed of yourself. But he ain't factoring them 2 years off, which means 4 fights. 4 fights that Errol got on top of Keith being inactive. And yet Keith is still being mentioned. You know, you out here chasing someone that's been injured for 2 years. You chasing him. That's why he's the A-side. And let me remind you of something else, Mr. J. Will. You know, a lot of people call Floyd corny. You know, I remember images. Yo, the worst thing is Instagram wasn't popping when Floyd was out the way it is now. And we still had images of KFC buckets with Floyd's face. The straight logo of KFC chicken was Floyd's face all over the internet, calling him Chicken Mayweather. Talking about he was scared of Pacquiao. Same shit y'all saying now. And y'all not listening to Keith in his interview. He's just more intelligent than y'all. Y'all ain't jumping on.
Keith ain't
He
nowhere
is
near or
building
ever be
that
smart.
fight because that is going to be a fight where he gets paid. But I'm going to be down
Yeah,
there
he not
tomorrow.
smart.
I'm going to be down in the mall. You want to ask him something directly, go ahead. Check out Patreon. Ask that Keith Thurman question. And we can ask him directly. We can ask him whether or not he's doing all this in the media because he's trying to build the fight. And he going to tell you because he already answered it like that. He already used the Mayweather-Pacquiao analogy. He ain't stupid. And that's what I said a long time ago, that he's this generation's Floyd. If he was stupid, he would have rushed into that fight just like he did the Porter and Garcia fights, right? So let's think about that for a second. We all know that I don't believe what is reported is what they get paid, but let's go off what's reported. 1.5 for Porter? 2 million for Danny? Shit, I'm sure that motherfucking Michael Gross can tell us Crawford fights that he's made more than both of those purses on paper. So, yeah, I think Thurman knows exactly what he's doing. He's going to keep building his cachet the way that he is. He got the biggest pay-per-view of any PBC welterweight, and he's going to have to capitalize off that. You know, boxing is a business, and when you are a side, you start thinking with your business mind. And I mean, you know, Mike didn't make it for that interview, but we had Keith on here, and you can just hear that all in his voice. Like, his next fights are big fights only for money. That's how I believe it. You know, we had a long interview here on Skype, and you guys can check that out. It's on iTunes and any other forums right here, too, on YouTube. And, yeah, it just sounds like that. You know, it just sounds like it's about the money. That's why he wouldn't even, it seemed like he wouldn't even kind of make anything concrete as to what's going to happen next year, because you just never know now that, you know, you got guys like Mikey and Danny out there. If that fight happens, which he mentioned in our interview that, you know, he wants that fight to happen, I could only assume you want that fight to happen because you want the winner. You know, just like we were supposed to talk about Mikey possibly fighting Crawford. You know, we didn't really talk about it much. We just overlooked that. But I did say, like, it's kind of like leftovers. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way Thurman wants to do it, Mikey and Danny will face each other. Then, you know, he'll fight the winner. One, he already got ties to Danny because they faced each other once. And two, Mikey originally called out Thurman, and just he was injured. But, you know, you guys are mad fickle. He was injured, so his attentions eventually focused on to Errol instead of Keith. But so there's history there, too. So I think he's keeping them options open for them bigger fights. Like that Errol fight, he's going to dangle that. I think he's going to play the same Mayweather card and make you guys hate him and give it to y'all at the last minute. Because I'm telling you, man, when he said, yo, I really want that Mikey and Danny fight to happen, I'm like, I wonder why. Even though he wasn't interested, when I did follow up with that Mikey question, he didn't sound interested in fighting Mikey. Or regretful that he didn't get that fight with Mikey either. But we got Brandon. Talk to me. Brandon, go on.
Hello, can
Yes.
you hear me?
Yes.
What's good? What's good, Mike? Welcome back, big homie. First I want to give a shout out, young legend in the making, Shakur Stevenson out of your hometown, Ness. I heard that cat had like 8 guys pull out of his homecoming fight. I mean, god damn, it's sad that the young man can't get an opponent that want to step in the ring with him. I'm gonna start calling him Boogeyman Jr. Let me go ahead
No
and
names
get
though,
on.
man. No names, man. Like, who's these 8 people that turned him down?
I mean, some of them have fought for titles before. Some of them are title contenders and stuff. But I'm gonna start calling him Boogeyman Jr. Let me get to his big homie Boogeyman Senior, Bud Crawford. Mike, at this point, dog, I don't even know why you argue with these cats about Bud, man.
I don't know
They
either,
call
bro.
in, they talk the same shit. Though none of them ever say their favorite fighter can beat them. Only thing they talk is he on the wrong side of the street. He shouldn't have signed the top rank.
Bro,
He
who
should
the
have
fuck
signed
told you
2v2.
that? What show you be listening to?
Hey,
Everybody
hey,
over here
talk,
say Earl
bro.
and
When the
Kiefer beat
callers
him.
call
Fuck
in
you
and
talking
engage
about?
me, fall back a little bit,
Fuck
homie.
is he talking
Fall
about?
back. He don't want to engage you right now. Fall back.
I
Go,
can't
go
even
ahead,
hear
Brandon.
you,
Go
bro.
ahead. I'm
You
sorry,
got
Brandon.
you
Go ahead.
eating something, Mike? You
What?
eating something? Is his mic on? You can hear him, Brandon?
Yeah, I can hear him. I can hear him just fine. But like I said,
can't
man,
hear
no,
shit
none of
he's
these
saying.
all they talk is when they come to Bud. And as far as him not being in any 50-50 fights, when you the best, ain't no fucking 50-50 fights.
Ain't no
You take
50-50
away
fight.
Earl, and a healthy Keith is probably a 60-40 fight in Bud favor. But outside of Earl, ain't no 50-50 fights. And let me say this. All you motherfuckers hating on my guy, when these
Why
fights
the
get
fuck
made,
you lying? Why you always lying?
when these fights get made, I swear to God, I don't want us to get on no betting show saying what the odds are this way, so let me bet this way. Nah, bet against Bud. I don't care what the odds say. Bet against him when he fight guys like Danny Garcia and Sean Porter. And I guarantee you, all you motherfuckers would have wished y'all invested y'all money in Bitcoin instead when he embarrassed me. That's all I'm gonna say about that. When it's time when he fight these guys, don't look at no betting odds and say, "Oh, I can make money doing." Nah, bet against him. Bet against him and watch you lose all your fucking money. Probably be homeless and out of a house when he done. And Ness, you always say, and I find it funny, Mike, see, you don't watch boxing long enough. But Ness like to call guys who win vacant titles paper champion. Keith and Danny, who they win their first belt again at the welterweight division? Who did they win their first title again?
You mean Floyd Duck and Keith? The same way that Mike
Nigga,
on
ask
here,
you a question,
the
my
same
nigga.
way Mike on here beating the drum for Canelo and Charlo and saying that Canelo ducked Charlo.
Just ask my question. Who did Keith and Danny win their first welterweight titles from?
Same person Jamal Charlo won his title from.
Who answered the question, man? You know, they fought Robert Garcia, a natural fucking featherweight, who's been getting his ass kicked ever since he moved to welterweight.
He can't wait for the bell.
You
He
better
can't
get
wait for the
yourself a
bell, Brandon, with that
boomy.
fire on his ass. My nigga Brandon, man. Big ups to you, bro.
Yo, Mike is such a casual.
Cool. Hey, wait, don't come at me, nigga. Bring Brandon back. He was firing your ass up. Don't come at me.
I can't give out free boomerangs,
I'm just
but
laughing.
since you piggybacking off of him
I'm
and
just laughing, homie.
you think he did
So,
something,
my laugh got you
think
mad?
he did something. I just want you to understand that you look how ironic it is. You're sitting here laughing at Brandon telling me that Keith fought a smaller man for his welterweight belt.
Faking title.
When that's all Crawford's resume. Smaller men.
I think
smaller men.
Crawford's
Remember?
first title in his division, he went over to England and fought a guy named Ricky Burns for his first title. For his first title, he went in enemy territory. He didn't fight a fucking featherweight moving up. All right, so there you go, dog.
Yo, Ricky Burns.
It don't matter, bro. At the time, he was a champion.
What? At the time, what?
He was a champion.
Stop fucking
And
lying.
Crawford
You
went
a
over there and
lie.
beat his
You
ass.
a lie.
Nigga, did a backflip after he won.
This guy is
He
so.
ain't fighting them guys that be
You know the
featherweights,
problem
homie.
is he's either a liar.
He mad.
He's either a liar or a casual.
He mad.
Because Ricky Burns ducked Adrian Broner for 2 whole divisions.
Who gives a fuck about Adrian Broner?
And Adrian Broner is nowhere near on the level of Crawford. Nowhere near. They're not even on the same conversation. And Burns ran from 130 and 135.
Yep,
No, but I love it. I love it that when we talking about our fighters, we talking about
ran
like
to 135
Luis
and got a title.
Ortiz, we talking
So he ran,
Tyson
okay.
Fury,
That's cool.
we talking
That's
Porter,
cool,
we talking Danny. You know, we talking real names. My man brings up. Who'd you just bring up?
He's been at 147 for
brought up?
29 fights.
Who you
I
brought
would
up?
expect him to fight Danny, Porter, and many more. Many more.
What was the name you brought up?
Out of here. Who?
What was that name you brought up?
Oh, I was talking about when they got their first title, not guys who they've been fighting down the road, but their first
Ricky
title. First title. Who was the guy that Keith Earl fought again?
Ricky Burns.
At 126? He brought him up to 147?
Boomerang, stainless, talk
That's
to
cool.
me. This nigga brought up Ricky Burns.
Cool now.
Yo, who Ricky Burns
Yo,
ever
y'all
beat?
can hear me.
Has Ricky Burns ever got a win?
Who did the guy that Keith Thurman ever beat for the WBA title? Yeah, ha 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 ha.
Yo, you can
Nigga
tell he's a
fighting little
casual.
kids out
So
here.
Robert Guerrero never beat nobody, Mike?
He was bringing him up, dog. He fought a fucking naturally smaller guy for a title. And you impressed by that?
Yo,
Good for
this
you.
is how you know he's a casual, y'all. Let me refresh y'all memory, because not only is Mike fickle, but a lot of boxing fans are fickle and don't remember. But Robert Guerrero, when he moved up to welterweight, beat the shit out of Selçuk Aydin, right? First welterweight fight.
Who is that guy?
Excuse me, Mike.
Where has he been since
Excuse me,
then?
Mike. Excuse me, Mike.
Exactly. You want to bring up niggas undefeated who ain't never did shit.
You want me to teach
exactly.
you? You want me to teach you? Because you're
Show
saying
me
who is
something.
that guy, and
Who
that's
he
because
beat? Who he
you never listened.
Who he
You
beat?
never watched boxing before.
Who he beat?
That guy is a common opponent. You know who he beat?
Who he beat?
He had 2 fights with JoJo Dan.
Who he beat?
Who's a common opponent with Kell Brook.
Who did he beat, Ness? I'm asking that question.
I just told you.
Don't give me coming opponents. Who did he beat?
I just told you. He beat JoJo Dan for the WBC
JoJo
eliminator.
Dan.
Yes.
JoJo Dan.
Yes.
The nigga who fought Kell Brook for a fucking tune-up. For a tune-up.
You said it. He fought Kell Brook, right?
For a tune-up.
How many more people he fought?
Tune-up.
Check his resume.
He fought Kell
Check
Brook
his
for a
resume.
tune-up off his stabbing
Check
fucking
his resume.
accident.
Check
He
his
fought
resume.
Kell Brook for a tune-up after his stabbing accident.
Hey, check this
Does
out.
he want to bring up?
Check this out.
Boy, you
So
fucking sad.
this guy fought
JoJo
Kell Brook.
Dan.
So JoJo
His
Dan
biggest
fought
claim
Kell
is
Brook.
JoJo
Oh my
Dan?
God, we both going, yeah, what's going on?
JoJo Dan.
So
That's his
JoJo
biggest
Dan.
opponent, JoJo Dan.
So JoJo Dan's biggest name, right? Outside of who we talking about is Kell Brook. But
Boy, this is funny.
what
This
about
is funny. Thank y'all, boy. You right. This is funny. JoJo Dan, what the fuck is that?
No, you
right
asked
about
me
that.
who's that?
Who? Ha 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 ha. Who?
You asked me who's that.
Oh
so
my
now
word.
after Robert Guerrero beat
Can we get to a caller, please?
After Robert
JoJo
Guerrero
Dan.
beat Selçuk Aydin, his
go
first
ahead,
fight at welterweight, he then fought Andre Berto. Until this date, no one, not even Victor Ortiz, who had 2 fights with Berto, not even Floyd Mayweather, who fought Berto, has beat Berto that bad. Till this day, no one has beat Andre Berto the way that Robert Guerrero beat Berto. And because Floyd and Berto were always linked, especially after the Victor Ortiz fight where Floyd was present, Floyd gave Robert Guerrero the shot because he beat Berto, and obviously him being Mexican. So then Robert Guerrero fought Floyd coming off the Berto win, and then Keith fought him. So Brandon and Mike can paint it however they want, but that's how it happened. He earned his shot. Unlike other people. Let me go to Stainless on the boomerang.
Since I can speak as a boxing enthusiast and not a hardcore, I don't know how y'all keep talking about who was a 50-50 fight and then trying to talk about their resume after the fight in regards to it being a 50-50 fight. Like, when it goes into the fight, it's 50-50. It's not 2 years later, it's still a 50-50 fight. Y'all really confusing me on that part because it's defeating both of y'all argument. But like I said, speaking as a boxing enthusiast, I think Crawford is the overall winner in the Thurman Spence triangle. I think he has the power to beat Thurman, and right now I think he has the IQ to beat Spence. So, like I said, that's just my opinion, and unfortunately, this is the boxer's voice, and my voice is able to give that opinion. And I'd just like to spend the rest of my little call giving a shout out to all my TBV family, from Info Joe to Fern Gully to JD. I know you're going to hate me for my opinion on that Crawford Thurman thing, but we can discuss that off air too. To the new 2019 boxer TBV prospect H Money. To Dominic, because I love the way you always come back, Mr. PBC. To Marcus in DC. To Dennis in Orlando. To Jay in Orlando. To my man Amin. To my man I can't remember his name right now. I want to say Kareem in Brooklyn. I met him at the TBV show. Shit, man, to Coach Mitty, to Doomsday, to Canadian Jose. A special happy belated birthday to what's my man who make them beats? Because it was just his birthday. You know what I'm saying? And
Dollar
that's my
DiBiase.
call, man. As I always say. Yeah, Dollar DiBiase, man. Happy belated birthday to you. And that's my call. As I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up and share this and every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast, man. Hey, man, whether we arguing or not, man, I know it's all love, man. It's TDB for life. And as I always say, if you ain't on Patreon, you stupid. Peace, man.
Yeah, man. Brandon in the chat still trying to help his argument. Chill, you a bum. You a bum. Because when Broner moves up, or anybody moves up, all eyes are on that person. When Guerrero moved up and handled those two welterweights the way that he handled them, all eyes was on Guerrero. And that made him a four-time champion. A four-divisional champ. The thing is, again, you guys are fickle. So when he put that ass whooping on Berto that nobody's done, Berto, still showing his mettle, came back after that and knocked out several people, but one of them being Josecito Lopez, common opponent with Keith Thurman. You know what I mean? So, not to mention Marcos Maidana, you know? But, whatever. And in the middle, fought Floyd, you know? But I get it. Fickle fight fans, man. We get those all day. All day. They don't know enough about the sport. They'll learn here, though.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Yo, welcome back, Mike. What's good, baby?
What up? What up?
What up, homie?
Hey, Ness. We was talking about this the other day. Shout out to Stainless. Shout out to, I'm going to pick up where you left off a little bit. Shout out to T from Toronto. Shout out to Ali from Dago. Shout out to Fahim. Shout out to Fight Doctor. You know, listen. We was talking about this the other day. H Money said something good. That's why he's on his prospect of the year shit. Definitely on that. Yo, at Top Rank, and we could say now. Listen, just Mike, hear me out. I'm speaking with you. I'm speaking to you, right? That's one of the issues with Top Rank, because the Top Rank diet, the tricky part about it is that you either eat or you be eaten. So when you decide to stay at Top Rank, you got to know what's on the motherfucking menu. So listen, I am a fan of Bud Crawford. I love somebody mentions his boxing IQ, his skill set, punching power, the fact that he's ambidextrous. I mean, everything about it is wow. I'm not taking nothing away from him, but you cannot begin to measure somebody truly unless they're fighting against, you know, common opponents, fighters that have been tested at a particular weight. So when Nets is laying out this argument for Robert Guerrero, it's not hype. It's to say when the man, not when he jumped up from 135, he fought legit 147-pounders that went on to keep fighting, that got title shots. So the problem is when Crawford signed on with Top Rank, he knew what he was going to get. Jeff Horn. He knew he was going to get Felix Diaz. He knew he was going to get the Belief. He knew he was going to get that. So he could still say he the best, but you got to be fighting some of them. That's why Danny Garcia, because he's been in there with Porter and he's been in there with Thurman. So then look what Mikey did. Mikey left because perhaps he knew. And I think it was Marcus that called in and said, at the beginning of your career, Top Rank is not a bad place to be. But as you're trying to excel, as you're trying to build that resume, as you're trying to get what, you know, whether you call it a 50-50 fight or you're really trying to sharpen steel can't sharpen steel against no wood, not against no plastic. So you got to get in the vein where you against common opponents, guys that are in there in the mix. So do I want to see Crawford in the mix? Yeah. Something different's got to happen. He's got to fight
And I don't know how to make that happen. Now this is where I ask you. I don't want to do no more talking.
It ain't
Mike,
fighting
I'm
Mikey.
asking.
It ain't fighting Mikey off a loss or fighting Khan off a loss. That's not how you do it, but that's how Top Rank does it. Oh, it's a common opponent. Don't matter if he got his ass kicked.
It's either fed or be fed. That's what we were saying the other day.
Nah, man, that ain't yo, like, we here for a reason, man, to weed out the bullshit, man. Like, we can't just lie to the people. Like, if it's an official fight, it's an official fight, man. But if it ain't, it ain't. And, you know, Khan, that ain't official, man. Even Mikey off a loss ain't official, man. Mikey deserves a tune-up. The fuck? So now we gonna say that the Eric Garcia or Eric Morales fucking exhibition was Mikey's tune-up? That ain't fair. Joseph Boomerang.
Yeah, I just want to say real quick, Brandon Maurice tried to be slick when he talked about don't bet on Crawford, but you know the names he said was Danny Garcia and Sean Porter. He left off Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. You know, don't think we didn't catch that.
He made it clear. Whenever your favorite fighter fight Crawford, bet on him. That's what he said. Whenever Errol Spence fight Crawford,
he said two names, Mike. He said Porter and Danny Garcia.
Please call me when that fight happened. And you, Ness, when he fight Keith Thurman, nigga, let me know where you at. I put money.
I already told you
But
it's man
Keith,
down.
I mean,
I've been telling you.
but Mike, why you let him lie like I don't pick Keith and motherfucking Earl to beat Bud? Like, when do I say nah? He ain't gonna beat him.
Let me do it.
But, but listen to Mike. But Mike, it ain't about betting. But Mike, listen to me.
Beat him.
Mike, but listen to me. It's not about betting. It's about telling the truth.
He's
so if
saying.
someone calls here and says Mike said that Crawford would lose to Earl, I'm gonna say nah. Mike will never say that shit.
He's
Find
saying
me the
they
audio.
call in
Find me
and
the
never
audio.
say that their guy is going to beat Crawford. They always bash Crawford, but they never say that guy's going to beat Crawford.
All right, but don't
But now
say
people want
that
to call
without
and say it.
excluding me then. Because I always pick my man.
Are you a caller?
I always pick.
Are you a
Bruh,
caller?
He addressed this call to me. You forgot. He
Are
said,
you a caller,
he said,
though?
Mike, I want to
He
talk to
said
Ness.
callers,
I
though.
got him. That's what he
said
said.
callers.
Oh, I'm sorry. He didn't say he
I mean,
got
he
me.
said callers, though.
He
I
didn't
mean,
say
what
he
you-
got me. He didn't tell you he was going to show you how it's done. All right, I'm sorry.
Let me get my call. Let me finish my call.
I see he triggered you.
No, I just like to tell the truth, bro. You don't
Anyways,
mind not telling the truth
Bro,
to
you
suit
like
your
telling
argument.
a truth that fits you and your narrative. That's all, bro.
No, I tell the truth. The
All right,
truth.
so with Spence,
Just
I'm
like
gonna
I
keep
told
saying it
Robert
against Crawford and
Guerrero's
Thurman.
truth.
It's man down all day.
You and
every
Brandon
day.
told the
Can
lie.
Joseph get his call off
You and Brandon
without you
told the
fucking
lie.
interrupting?
You and Brandon told. I
You
mean,
done
you
cut off King to
interrupted
me
right now.
and the
You
callers.
talking.
You
You
done cut off King to
talking.
me and callers.
You talking
Sorry,
right
Joseph.
now.
Go ahead, brother.
All right.
All right, so yeah, Spence is man down versus Crawford and Thurman. But real quick, Mike, Hair Trigger Gross, what do you think's gonna happen in the Pacquiao fight with Thurman, man? What is your expectation?
I got Pacquiao. Fuck it. Pacquiao by fucking decision or KO. I don't give a fuck. Right now,
And
mark me down.
the only thing
I'm
that
going
happened,
Pacquiao.
the only thing that happened is that his hate finally came through.
I'm going Pacquiao.
Your new name is Hair Trigger Gross.
That's it.
No, man, I just want to see what all the callers are gonna say after Thurman goes out and blitzes Pacquiao, because the Pac-Man is gone after this. I'm telling you, it's over with. But shout out to Ness, shout out to Mike. It's always good arguing about Thurman about Crawford with you, Mike.
He can't take that heat. Look how he get. Edward, Alabama.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What up?
Hey, you got sidetracked the whole conversation. Fury, real quick. Like I said, I would prefer Wilder just to say fuck it and go for undisputed and push Fury back on the burner. But this whole topic, man, to me, Thurman's situation is not comparable to what Floyd and Pacquiao were doing. I don't see why we're comparing the two. He's just maybe doing his own thing or whatever. But I'll be honest, in my true opinion, I think Thurman and Errol both could beat Bud. So Bud's maybe the top three. But Bud did the same thing that I can't even think of his name. Timothy Bradley did. Timothy Bradley had opportunities to go out fight, but at least when Tim Bradley did it, Top Rank had a lot of welterweights that were still high level. But Bud took that, it went back there. So we're talking about fights as though they're mystical, because anybody that wants to fight Bud has to do a whole bunch of concessions to come over to the Top Rank to fight. And Bud had that Top Rank diet before he resigned. So I don't know what the complaint is. I mean, so let him just sit over there and do his thing. And the Horn thing, the reason when you talk about Horn is because he beat up Pacquiao in his home state, who Pacquiao probably took light. And at the same time, this is the same Pacquiao that we decided was old when he fought Floyd. So he was really old when Horn beat him. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about any of that. But like I say, I'm looking forward to fight with Thurman Pacquiao. Maybe Thurman, just with him being older and coming off these injuries, it might be entertaining.
Just called Pacquiao old as fuck. And then in the very next sentence, I'm looking forward to the Thurman Pacquiao fight. What the fuck is going on?
No, you didn't hear what I said. I was saying it more like it's the fact of me seeing if Thurman still got something in the tank, because he did not look good his last fight. I don't know if that's injury or inactivity or what was going on there. If he can somehow find some kind of his form, Pacquiao at least is still a top 10 opponent, even at his age, I can say. Well, at least top 15. He's not some Benavidez with one leg or fucking Postal, who's only claimed to fame is fighting some Matisse. He's a stand-up European fighter that got dominated. So he's at least a top 10 fighter. So if you're trying to gauge and see where a guy is at, it's a good fight. I mean, it's not a 50-50 fight. That would be absurd to think that, but it's a good fight. So that's why I'm looking forward to it, Mike. So that's what's up, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night.
All right, Ed.
Kevin in Chicago.
Shot time, what's up?
What's going on? What's up, guys? How you doing?
What's going on, Kevin?
All good, all good.
How y'all doing today? That's good. Yeah, kind of slow week for boxing. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear any news on boxing. I went to the ESPN website, and they weren't saying nothing. They were just talking about upcoming bouts. But what's your thought? Who's this Lukas Rozanski guy? Have you heard of him?
No. He's a guy that beat Izzu over the past weekend. So I'm gonna try to find that fight tonight on YouTube and actually go back and watch it and see, because they got him as a highly touted posers prospect.
Yeah, I haven't heard that guy either. I haven't heard nothing about that fight. I just learned it from you guys, looking up the topics of the show. And this Sven Formella, never heard of him either. I guess that was a pretty closely contested fight. But
definitely
yeah, man,
was a close fight.
It ain't the big names.
Definitely was a close fight that deserves you to go back and make your own opinion of it and not follow narratives.
Yeah, Thulani fought Stephen Formella.
Like yeah, if it's not freaking the big names fighting, then you don't hear nothing of it. I'm glad you guys are staying up to date, even if it ain't the big time fights. You're always in tune to not the so high marquee fights. So keep it good work.
All right, Kevin. Well, thanks for calling in. We're going out to Gabe, Salt Lake City.
What up? Salt Lake got a new basketball squad too. Boy, y'all looking good out there.
Hell yeah, boy. Jazz is going to be something to rock with, boy. Mike Conley Jr., I'm Jeff Green, but this ain't a basketball podcast, so I'm going to shut up about that. All right, so Crawford, man, he is the best 147 out there by far. Spence is a close second. I don't even know why we talk about Thurman. Thurman probably going to lose to Pacquiao. He went life and death with Josecito Lopez, who you just said Berto knocked out.
Lopez was also beating Maidana until Maidana knocked him out.
Yeah, but Thurman didn't knock him out. That's the big thing.
Yeah, coming off a 2-year layoff and a shoulder injury and surgery. Yeah, that's the big thing. But you fickle.
Yeah, but he wanted Jesse Vargas, right? Just
he sure did. He said Jesse's a comeback fight for me. Jesse's a tune-up fight for me.
Yeah. So
yeah, Jesse got 7 fucking knockouts. Jesse got 7 knockouts.
So Jesse's not better than motherfucking Lopez? Are we saying that?
No, to Thurman, they both on the same level.
So
obviously.
I'm asking you, is Jesse better than Josecito Lopez?
Not really. I think he even robbed him on ESPN when I watched the fight.
Oh my god!
I think I even remember him being robbed by Jesse Vargas when he fought him on ESPN.
I do apologize, Gabe. Go ahead with your call, sir.
No, you're good. But Ness is the fickle one when it's not fitting his narrative. But
So,
it's all right.
so I'm fickle. Wait a minute. So did you or did you not watch Josecito get robbed on the fucking Friday Night Fights where Jesse Vargas was even fucking penalized? Okay, he was even penalized and he even got dropped. But y'all over here calling me fickle. You motherfuckers don't watch boxing. Y'all didn't even know Jesse fought Josecito. Y'all fucking bums.
So it's trigger. But hey, yo, you could say the same thing about
undefeated
Thurman,
champ of
that
this shit.
My nigga, you getting happy because your guy fought a guy that he wasn't supposed to beat him. You're getting happy because your guy beat a guy who he was supposed to beat, but went life and death with.
Doggy, I'm just showing you.
And you're happy about that.
I'm just showing you that your logic.
And you're happy about that.
No, Mike, I'm trying to. This entire show has been about your logic. It don't work that way in boxing. You can't say fighter A and B automatically means C because I just
who
showed
better
you.
between you.
If you watch the fight, if you watch Friday Night Fights, you wouldn't have been talking that shit about Josecito.
I don't have to watch the old ass fight. I asked you a question. I didn't compare those guys. I asked you a question.
Beat it. You ain't even know they fought because you a fucking casual bum.
Who about them guys fighting?
Hey,
you ain't know. Bum.
Yo, I did know.
I'ma screen share that shit just so he can see that shit.
Who cares?
Hey, let me get one last.
Your guy went life and death with a nigga who he's supposed to beat. Cool.
There it go right there, Mike. 2011.
Sorry, Gabe. Go ahead,
You
Gabe.
wasn't around for that, right?
Sorry, Gabe. Go ahead.
Yo, last point. The same people that come in here protecting Charlo left and right, that Charlo needs this fight, are the same motherfuckers that hate on Terrence Crawford. If you're gonna give Charlo all this praise, you gotta give the same thing to Crawford, and that's my call, man. Stop being fickle.
Yo, don't
Wake
go
up.
nowhere. Don't go nowhere.
TBV.
Don't go nowhere. Explain that whack ass fucking analogy.
Bro, let him be.
I need him to explain it. I didn't
You
get
ain't gotta
it.
explain that.
I didn't get it.
Remember what you just said. You don't give out free fucking boomerangs.
I'm giving it to him.
So why you want to bring him back?
Because it's a
you
fucking.
You don't want to bring Brandon back though.
It's a caller
you
by
don't
caller.
bring Brandon back though.
Who?
I feel it.
Yo, hey Gabe, how is Crawford? How is Crawford? Who'd you just compare him to? You're terrible. Who did you just compare him? Charlo. How is Crawford Charlo? Because Charlo was a mandatory to Canelo. Please explain this dumb shit.
Okay, so a mandatory fucking Crawford is a champion.
How is Crawford Charlo?
I'm just saying, the same people that come in here praising Charlo, saying that he should get the fight, they should be saying that against Crawford. It's a bigger fight. It's a unification fight. It's not a mandatory.
Gabe, stop it, man. Do you understand that people are beating the drum for Charlo because he was the mandatory? He was waiting in position, and now Canelo essentially like all but drops the belt to avoid the fight in the eyes of the people. Like, it's not the same analogy, man. You guys are weird, man. It's all good, though. I still love y'all, man. I'm telling you, I could do this all day. Spank Mike and y'all all in one night is good. Ride in the 870, talk to me.
What up, man?
What up?
I wasn't gonna call in tonight because I ain't have much to say, but when you started talking about Robert Guerrero Ness, I had to call in and call you out on that shit because I remember about 3 or 4 months ago, you and I was debating on Canelo. You were saying that I was crazy for saying that Canelo should stop taking so many tune-up fights in between the big fights because he does have the great wins. He has a good resume, but I feel like he take a few tune-ups. You brought up Floyd Mayweather, and when I started naming Floyd Mayweather opponents, and I said Robert Guerrero, you damn near cussed me out. That was the first time you ever like.
Robert Guerrero was the mandatory, bro. He was the mandatory to Floyd. Mandatory. You want me to show you on BoxRec?
Let me finish. Hold on. Let me finish though. Let me finish. When you said when I said that, you was like, no, we don't let people lie on this show. I know, Rod. I know you just got on this show. You just started listening. We don't let people lie. So all of a sudden today, I'm listening in, and I'm just enjoying my time listening in, hearing you guys talk boxing, which I love to do, and I hear you out of after all this time, give Robert Guerrero the same fucking thing I said, because I said Robert Guerrero had won like 17 fights in a row, and he had just beat the hell out of Berto, so he was a good opponent at the time for Floyd Mayweather. So I didn't consider that a tune-up. I consider that a good, tough fight.
Yeah, but
Floyd Mayweather.
argument wasn't about him being a tune-up with you. My argument was, you know, that Floyd did that because Guerrero was Mexican. Our argument was Floyd and who he's fighting. And I told you, he always fought his fighters strategically. It's based off money. Like, he always fought a Mexican. But technically,
you laughed at him as an opponent.
Of course, because to Floyd, Robert Guerrero ain't on that level, and Floyd showed that. He pitched the shutout, did he not?
But did he not earn a fight by whooping Berto ass the way he did? Did he not stand? Did you not look at him as a true opponent?
It was an eliminator. It was an eliminator, and he won an interim. I said that. I said that.
So yes, you're telling me when he beat Berto like the way he beat Berto, knocking him down twice, swelling his eye up, that you didn't think going into that Floyd Mayweather fight that he had a legitimate chance against. You didn't think he was going to beat him.
Not a chance. No.
Floyd was going to watch him the way he did.
No. Come on, Rob. Come on. I never thought Robert had a chance. Never. Nah. And
you didn't think it was going to be a tough fight?
No, man. No.
I'm gonna go back and listen to that because I wasn't listening then. I'm gonna go back and find the date of that fight, and I'm gonna go back and listen to some of those.
You know what? When you find that show, send me the link. I'm gonna re-listen too, because hell no, bro. Hell no. I would never think Guerrero. Look, I know what Guerrero is. I know what Guerrero done, but I never thought that he would beat Floyd or give Floyd a hard time. Man, Floyd's next level, man. Floyd's next level. Next level. And again, the whole reason that I'm banging the drum for Guerrero is because, honestly speaking, before moving to welterweight, his resume was like, you know what I mean? He fought some dudes and he beat some dudes, right? But it wasn't all that, and he had a lot of inconsistencies and time off of his career. His wife was going through cancer and all that, so he never had them real big names down at the lower weights, you know what I mean? Like, he fought guys like Jason Litzau and Martin Honorio, but those are not dudes you're going to make money from. And, like, Orlando Salido tested positive when he fought him, so that fight turned into a no decision. You know, he fought guys like Michael Cassidy's. Like, it wasn't until he became a welterweight that his name became what it is. His name is Robert Guerrero now because of his welterweight career. So he got to give respect for that. You know, he won titles in those lower divisions, you know, IBFs and things like that a few times too. But those names are those names, right? They're like small dudes that ain't nobody really give a fuck about. It was not until he turned into a welterweight that anybody really, like, started caring. And, you know, having that whole Mexican, you know, backing, that's how he got the Floyd fight, bro. I remember, look, his publicist is Mario Serrano. Like, I received the emails, and you could see when the push started. It's like, yo, they going up the welterweight, and they coming for Floyd. And it's like, what? You guys are talking about Floyd, and you about to fight, like, Selchuk Aiden. And then the Berto fight happened. And that was all that really needed to happen at that time. It wasn't like there was a bunch of pickings for Floyd, you know? Remember?
Yeah, he had to. I think Floyd fought Guerrero when he got out of jail, or before he went to jail. So it was something like that, right? Or off injury,
bro. It's what Floyd. Look, if you go through Floyd's resume, it's what Floyd needed. Connor commercial, right? Berto was that Bon Voyage fight. Plus, honestly, it's like I said, the story of Guerrero. It was a fight that was supposed to happen. Like, Floyd never comes to your fight, and he came to that welterweight fight between Berto and Ortiz in Connecticut, of all places. And then Berto bum-ass lost. Mm-hmm. So it was better for Floyd because that dude's Mexican. And the Victor Ortiz fight happened. But, like, look at his resume. It's always a Mexican, dude. It's always a Mexican. Like, first pay-per-view, Arturo Gotti, not Mexican, Italian, but definitely same style, same fan base in Atlantic City at that time. Gotti did, right? Sean Bay Mitchell, after that first pay-per-view, came back, tuned up on Sean Bay Mitchell. Another big fight with Zab Judah, right? Slick black fighter, big name at the time. Boom, back to that Mexican. You know what I mean? Then again, Carlos Baldomir. Then again, Oscar De La Hoya, Mexican. Then you got that Ricky Hatton, you know. That ain't Mexican, but it's UK. Next best thing. What else should we do? Mexican. You know what I mean? And the only reason this slick black fighter, Shane Mosley, got the fight is because he was stalking him. Jumping in the ring, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But there's also the argument that Floyd was stalking Mosley at one time, but Mosley wasn't beat for Floyd because Mosley had bigger fish to fry in Oscar. He had the 2 fights with Oscar. He had fights with Vernon Farr, shit like that. Then, after Mosley, who is it? Mexican. All right, what's the next best thing? After Victor Ortiz, the Mexican? If you can't get a Mexican, Puerto Rican. Hey, let's go back to Mexican Robert Guerrero. Hey, let's stay here with Saul Canelo Alvarez and the Mexican. Like, bro, that's part of his MO. Like, you know what I mean? And the other names are obvious, you know, big names like Pacquiao, McGregor. You know, the Maidana thing happened, not Mexican, but Mexican style for sure. You know, still a Latino, right? That does bring in the Mexican fan base. So it's part of the blueprint, man. Hopefully people get it. But I guess that's it. Final thoughts. That's it.
Bud Crawford #1. Wilder Fury official announced. We knew about it long ago. Big ups to Fury though for coming out and signing his side of the deal. Errol and Keith,
announcing the fight officially.
Errol and Keith, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully we get those guys in the ring. Hopefully next year sometime. Pacquiao Thurman, ready for that July 20th date. Next week, got some good fights going on. We got the Dubois and Gorman. We got the fucking Joyce and fucking Jennings. So it should be a good weekend next weekend, man. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, man. Big up. Gross1911 on IG and Gross2312 on Twitter.
That's GTO. Instagram. Twitter.
Catch me tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock or probably 9:30. I'm not going to lie to you. But we'll be a morning show.
Peace.